Good morning, Brick World. What's happening? Hope everybody's doing good today. All right, so let me get myself situated here. Kind of still trying to wake up a little bit, you know? Okay. All bricks count. Lego boy, what's snapping? How y'all doing today? Sarah, good morning to you. Sorry, my hands are a little cold. It's kind of cold in the Lego room today, you know? I think one of the vents might be closed or something. Yeah, I'll have to open up one of the other vents. So, what am I building today? I have no idea what to build today. I was thinking about building that tuk-tuk. Wherever the heck I put it. I'm not even sure where it's at the moment. Oh, it's way over there. So yeah, I was thinking about building the tuk-tuk. I don't know. I really feel like I should probably start on the slave one. But, so my dilemma, just like my dilemma with Ninjago City Gardens, when it will be here on Tuesday, I don't even know where to put this stuff. When I say that I'm out of room in the Lego room, I'm being literal. Okay, that's not 100% true. I'll show you something. Let me put this on the big screen so you can see a little easier. Big screen. There we go. Okay. Oh, I still got the green screen on. That's funny. Hold on, let me turn this green screen off. Oh, wow. Got a space car. Look, Yoda's all space. Or Baby Yoda. All right, hold on a minute. Whoop, wrong one. Whoop, wrong one. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is the room I have left in the Lego room. I have some space on that shelf. And I got space on that wall for one more minifigure display case. You see that spot right there. That's all the room I have left. Now I have this wall that is like the side of the Lego room you guys never really get to see. Like there's the windows and stuff. But the thing is, like, see this? That's the edge of the forest. So I have like, I don't know, maybe a foot. I'm not even sure if it's a complete foot or not to walk past that area. So if I put anything on that wall, which I already do have stuff on that wall, like, I don't know, I can't get the camera to go over there, but it doesn't matter. There's a couple things already on there, but I won't have no room to walk by. So as I was saying, wait a minute, what am I blocking? Oh, okay. So as I was saying, I don't have room for anything. Now, like, I can build some smaller stuff, like the tuk-tuk, you know, and I'll be okay. But as far as anything that's big, I don't have any room for it. So I don't know what to do. I mean, whether I build the City Gardens or the slave one first or whatever, it literally would probably sit like right here until I can figure out what to do with it. But like I said, I could start putting stuff like out in the house, but I don't know if Mrs. Hive is going to be too cool with that, because she was really patient with me when I was rebuilding the Lego room. I had Lego literally all over the house. I had them on the dining room table. I had them in our closet. And I'm not talking about just boxes. I'm talking about like built sets. Like you'd reach in your closet. You reach in our closet to get a shirt, and like this would be sitting there. So I don't think she's ready to have Lego all over the house again. Okay, so let me finish going down the chat here. I made me my own iced coffee today, so I'm kind of digging on that. Okay, so Sarah said morning. Oh, okay, good morning. Moto, good morning to you. And Rogue Runner, Red Carnage, good morning. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I still have some stuff that I'm severely stressed out about with my job, but that's neither here nor there. But other than that, I'm doing great. See Rogue Runner saying hello to everybody. Lego Boy saying hello to everybody. Brick Room, what's happening? Mrs. Neverland, good morning. How are you today? Let's see here. Any hobbies? What's up, Corey? Corey, if you want to jump in, let me know. I'll shoot you an invite, man. I do have some invites out already, so we'll see who shows up. Will, good morning. Oh, wait, here's one of my guests right there. Hold on, Bricks, I'm coming. Let me just finish going through here. Raptus, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well today. Rick Hart says, I was having withdrawal symptoms as there weren't any streams yesterday evening from our regulars. Yeah, I mean, Saturdays are usually kind of iffy for me as far as streaming at night because I know I've got Good Morning Brick World in the morning. So, and I have a habit of saying I'm not going to stream too long, and I'm streaming like till 3 or 4 in the morning. Okay, let me let my first guest in here. That is Brick Studio.
Hey.
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Doing good.
Good. That's good. What's been going on with you?
Not much. Just been working a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, get a lot of work out of the way, and you know, save up some money.
Yeah.
So, what's new with you and new in Lego?
Not much really. I keep buying stuff, just haven't built any of it.
Yeah, I got quite the backlog starting to build up. But I mean, some of it's purposely. I haven't built certain things, just because I mean, it's not going to happen for a few months yet. But you know, I'm going to be going through a transition. You know, we're going to buy a new house and everything. You know, so one, I'm going to be eventually tearing everything down and rebuilding everything, anyways, as far as the city goes. But we have to let people like look at our house to sell it. So in order for them to get into the Lego room to look around a little bit, I have to take down like 3 of my tables. So basically, I mean, I was just saying just a few minutes ago, I've already literally run out of room in the Lego room to put anything in here anymore. Like unless I start boxing stuff up, like moving stuff to make room for new stuff, that's the only way I can do it. But there's no room for anything else. So when I take down the tables for the forest and the desert and everything, I mean, obviously that's going to make it even less room for me to put anything anywhere. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't have room for any of the big stuff yet. So I don't know what to do exactly. I think I might just start going heavy on the stop motion stuff instead of like trying to do any kind of other videos, which I haven't really done as many other videos anyways lately.
Yeah.
But I mean, part of it's because, like I said, I've been so busy with work. And if I have any, like, I'll put out something a little bit here and there, but mainly if I am working on any videos, it's just stop motion stuff. So like finally I got the speeder bike race done. There's stuff I wanted to do more to it, but I think that the stop motion videos I can see now are pretty much going to be just like when I do drawings. For the most part, when I draw something and I'm technically done with it, there's still like so much stuff I'd rather just keep working on it with, you know, or keep fixing, or I don't know. Usually I never feel like my artwork's really ever done. And I feel like that's how the stop motion stuff's going to be too. Cause like I've rewatched it a billion times already, you know, just looking for stuff, which by the way, for everybody, if you do watch it, it's going to premiere today at 1:15. I wanted to do it about 15 minutes after Good Morning Brick World.
Cool.
So when you watch it, I mean, and I don't say this because I want people to watch it more than once, but I can guarantee you, if you want to get the full effect, you're going to have to watch it more than once because there's so much stuff going on in the background that you can't focus on just the race and see stuff going on in the background as well. Or there's a lot of stuff that happens really fast, so you might not get to see the whole thing. But because like I've had that, like I watched it over and over again anyways, just to to watch stuff to see if I needed to add something or take something away. But even I had to like go back and watch them again because I was like, wait a minute, was that in the background? And I put it there and I still forgot about it. And plus there's not many yet. Like I said, I'm going to be getting a post office, a PO box soon, so that way if people want to send me sig figs, they can. But there are a few sig figs in the city.
Cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, I saw some new people jump in. Let me say hello. Pops Block. I can't talk. Pops Block Shop is in the house. What's happening? How you doing, buddy? Cheap Ass Bricks. Good morning to you, Christopher. I see Christopher Mitz. Good morning to you. So Corey got parenting to do. Hey, I understand. What's up, Cowboy? How you doing, man? And Neverland says, I'm good, Hive. I just got excited to get off work, hopefully on time. Oh, nice. And it's your Friday, too. Lego Boy says, I called my Lego store yesterday. The manager told me they had 5 police stations. When I got there, the same person told me they hadn't had any since Wednesday. Wow. I mean, that's pretty bold that they would just flat out lie about that, man. I mean, I can see if they said they had 5, you got there, and then they had sold out, or maybe he miscounted one or something, but it's flat out lie. That's a bold thing to do. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Let me see. Just sell it to me. I will take care of it. Yeah, right. That made me think about other collectors out there. Like, look, I don't pretend, like I know, even though I've worked my butt off for what I have. I mean, I get that I'm privileged compared to a lot of people. I actually have a whole room that I can put Lego in. So it made me think, like, I have this whole room and I'm out of space. So I'm like, what is everybody else doing? I mean, and some of you out there, Pops Block Shop, any hobbies, like I know, and I say you two because I'm looking literally at you two in the chat, but I know you guys got rooms that are looking pretty full. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just weird. So I really feel like I'm just going to have to like basically box some stuff up. Now, granted, some stuff I'm selling, but actually I'm selling a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. Now that I think about it. Will, that's funny. That's the way I talk about this. It's going to be a feature-length movie. You know what's crazy? Is I think it's the longest one I've done yet. So this is my 3rd stop motion now that I've done. And I think it's my longest. I mean, it's clocking in at like 4 minutes and 30 seconds roughly or something like that.
Oh,
and I mean, and if any of you know anything about stop motion, I mean, that's a long time for a stop motion, man. I mean, usually most stop motions people make are generally even less than a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, even the 2 I've done before, I can't remember the exact times, but I mean, like 2 minutes, maybe 3. I was very surprised. I thought this one was going to be a lot quicker. I mean, granted, it was a lot quicker in its raw form, but once I started editing stuff and, like if you guys, I can't remember, I think it might have been one of my high streams the other night. I was showing everybody, like all the layers of audio and visual effects that I put into it. Snap the Good Bricks. Good morning. Hello. Someone buy Hive's Lamborghini. Dude, I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like I was given a pretty good deal for this thing, man. You know, for being built. But like I said, I was given the box, like everything that came with it was coming with it. But I don't know. It is what it is. I haven't even posted it to sell. I've just been telling everybody online about it. Like, I'm sure if I posted it, I might be able to sell it. Let's see. Sir Bricks, what's happening? Brixish, good morning to you. Sorry, I'm just kind of going through chat, seeing what everybody's saying. You just wanted him to come to the store and spend his money. What's going on, Brett? How you doing, buddy? I hope I didn't miss anybody. Sorry, I'm still going down to the bottom of the chat. Always adding shelves and bookcases, but I'm also breaking sets down into Ziplocs. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like, besides that one spot for the display case, I mean, I technically maybe could put one above the door where my Iron Man like sign is. I wouldn't be able to go too far because then the door to the outside would hit it. But I guess I could technically probably remove that and put one more shelf up there. But I don't even know where I would be able to put any more shelves either. I've literally put them everywhere I think I can. Ricky, good morning to you. Wash, rinse, repeat. My legroom is not filled yet. I also have more broken down sets rather than built sets because I do custom builds. Yeah, and see, and that's the thing too, is like, so there's different avenues you can go with Lego depending on what you want to do. You know what I mean? I seem to have dabbled in multiple avenues. So like you can just build sets and display your sets. Or maybe not display your sets, depending on how much room you got. You might build sets and maybe you display some of them, other ones you got to break down, you know, or maybe you sell them. Who knows? All right. So, and then with those sets, then if you have a channel, you can, you know, do speed builds or reviews or whatever the case may be. All right. So then there's like the city avenue where that can go in a whole bunch of different directions, but you can have like a small city, a big city. You can do what I do, like where I have like kind of a half a city and half a forest, even though I still have a beach and a desert. So there's that whole thing, and then there's mocks, you know, like Coconut Brick Studio. I mean, yeah, he builds some sets and stuff, but like his main thing he does is mocks, and he does it very well. And then you got like bigger YouTubers that do that stuff as well, like Rich Boy J and Solid Brick Studio. And then there's stop motion. And you know, that's self-explanatory. So my problem is it's like I've dabbled in like all these things, man. And not only is it extremely expensive, because if I wasn't worried about buying sets and I could just focus on more on stop motion, you know what I mean? That would save me tons and tons and tons of money. I mean, like I've literally spent like $1,000 in like 3 weeks, you know, buying like the UCS Slave 1, buying like the Imperial Shuttle, buying this from Lego. And then I just bought the Ninjago City Gardens, and, you know, like that stuff adds up, man.
Yeah.
It blows my mind how other people can even afford Lego, because like I'm not rich by any means, but I make some pretty decent money. You know, and then my wife, she makes good money too, so that helps us stable, like, you know, our basic income. But like I can feel the crunch, you know what I mean, buying so much Lego. So I just don't know how other people could even buy it on any kind of, like, when I was in my early 20s, you know, I made money, but like I wouldn't be able to afford Lego on any kind of regular basis. Not when a polybag or a CMF bag is like $5. You know, there's no way I would have been able to do it. I would have been able to buy like maybe a set or two a month or something like that. I was just too freaking poor. So let me finish saying hello to everybody. I saw some more people jumped in. Hive, just branch out into your bedroom. Mrs. Hive won't mind. Yeah, she's totally gonna mind about that, dude. Like she has a lot of patience with me in general, because I'm one of the nicest people any of you guys will ever meet. I swear. I have a heart of gold. I will bend over backwards to help people and to do things. But as you guys have seen with my rants and stuff, like I can have like a legendary temper about things. No, I'm not like violent or anything, but I definitely get mad about some stuff. You know what I mean? So that combined with me just having Lego like everywhere, you know, she's always got like infinite amount of patience with me. But yeah, she's not gonna let me go nuts with it. See, Fricky said good afternoon. Yep, that's right. I did say hi to Fricky. Snap says if I run out of space, he's got some. Thanks, Snap. I'm glad that you got my back, buddy. Chef, good morning to you. Raptor says I did a new stop motion, 500 pics, and I'm only 35 seconds. Yeah, so that's the thing, man. So this new stop motion that I made, this speeder bike race, had about 3,000 shots in it.
Wow.
By the time I finished the editing and then it got stretched out the way it is, it's got about 5,000 shots in it. It takes a lot of time to make. It takes a lot of time to film. It takes a lot of time to mask. And I only masked about half of it. And the stuff I masked were basically the more intricate shots where like somebody's jumping through the air or something like that. I've explained multiple times how it's just extremely difficult, and I'm working on trying to master it. Trying to mask we'll just take a speeder bike for example, but masking a speeder bike flying through the air through the city in the background. So like if let's see if I can get this shot in here and I can kind of give a good example. Okay. All right, you see the bonsai tree. Okay, let's say the mouse is a speeder bike, okay? So if I filmed the speeder bike, if I had the camera on like, let's say the bonsai tree is like a building. So if I had the camera focused on this building and I wasn't moving the camera and I was just moving the speeder bike, that is easy to mask. I can mask that with my eyes closed. That's no big deal. However, when I've got the camera focused on the speeder bike and I'm moving the whole entire shot. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, you know, where everything is moving. That is extremely difficult to mask.
Yeah.
It's extremely difficult to mask because of the movement. It's extremely difficult to mask because you got to get the shadows right. And then even in some of those shots, I have movement inside some of those shots. Like something on the speeder bike might be moving or whatever, or like the minifigure might be moving on top of this, you know. So there's like so many different components to it that are so extremely time consuming. So that's just the filming and the masking. And then I get into like I upload it my laptop and then I start like the real editing. And you know, that's also very time consuming. It's easier, but it's time consuming. Jesse's Brick Galaxy, what's happening? And look, we got London Bridge Bricks in the house. Good morning, Greg. How you doing today? All right, let me finish going down the chat. Sorry, he says I'm lurking in the background. Sir Brick says I am literally out of room, have some amazing sets that I can't build because of the lack of space. Yeah. And look, and I feel so ridiculous talking about like, oh, I ran out of space and I got a Lego room. And then there's people that don't have even a Lego room or nothing. Like, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I mean, even though I feel ridiculous about it, it's still the truth. I mean, so yeah, when we buy a new house, like, you know, Mrs. Hive said I can have the basement, so hopefully it won't take, you know, it'll take a long time to fill the basement up. Hopefully. Greg says, hope everyone is safe and well. I think everybody's doing pretty decent. Seems like everybody's doing all right today. All Breaks Count says, hi, I honestly don't spend any more effort or money on the current layout. Are you referring to the Lego room? I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I can. For a couple of reasons. I mean, one, the space. Two, I have basically now reached my limit. I mean, I say that a little too strongly because technically I could buy more, but I basically reached my personal limit of how much my credit card I could spend on Lego. Like that's it. And Ninjago City Gardens was like the last thing, man. Like for a little while until I can make some more heavier payments on my credit card. So like I'll be getting something because my birthday will be coming up. Mrs. High will get me something, you know, and I might get like a few more smaller things, but like I just can't get anything else expensive, at least for a couple months. It's just how it is. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Does anybody else feel like I do? Where I feel like I'm literally addicted to Lego. Like not like, oh man, I love Lego. Let's build some stuff. Or no, like I feel like it's like a drug. Like something new will come out, and even if I don't really necessarily want it, I'll still buy it. Like it doesn't mean like I'm gonna just buy out all Lego. And like there's definitely some stuff I won't buy. And I do have a good control on other things. Like I went to Walmart yesterday to see if they had any good clearance deals or anything like that. And there was a couple things there that I wanted, but I didn't get. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to control myself on that. So, I mean, I have some pretty good self-control, but obviously I'm lacking a lot of self-control. I'll just frustrate you when you move. Yeah, man, I can't wait to share that experience with you guys. I'm sure I'll vlog about it, me moving. Because, like, I have no idea how it's going to go. Because when we left the condo that Mrs. Hive owned and bought this house, oh no, not condo. She owned a townhouse we lived in. Oh, hey, we have a guest.
Cool.
I just came to yell at you, and then I have to go.
Okay.
Hi, never leave Clarence ever again. Okay, that's all.
Well, thanks for the positive message.
Yeah. I have like 5 hours of editing to do, but I'm just like, I'm listening, so don't worry. I'm creeping. I'm still supporting it. I just, gotta edit.
It's all good, brother.
I had to yell at you about that. I might come back if I can edit faster, but have fun, guys.
All right, thanks, brother. Oh, and BFAB, if you're listening, definitely, if there's anything else you need to jump in and yell at me about, you're always welcome, brother. You're always welcome. I need somebody to keep my ass in line. So let's see here. Papa's Bricks, good morning to you. How are you doing? Okay, yeah, no problem. And Rich, if you want an invite later, let me know, man. It's been a little while since you've been on. Man, this is some really good iced coffee I made. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Greg's saying doing the multiple hello thing. I always got to do that when I'm on in the chat at Leonard Bridge Bricks. Like I'll start off just saying like hello to somebody individually, and then I'm like, crap, man, I'm gonna have to really compress this. Yeah. I was like, or I'll never get done. So yeah, I'll just like say hello to like 6 people in one comment. But I swear, I love everybody so much, man. It's so nice to be part of this community. I know I get all mushy about it probably more often than not, but it really is important to me. Like even if like we don't talk a lot,
yeah,
just knowing that all of you are out there, you know what I mean, at any different times and any different given notice, because we have people from all over the world that are on different time frames, and I don't know, we have all these different people with different personalities and different things that they can give to the community, and I don't know, it's really nice, man. Let's see here. Zebrix, what's happening? Yeah, hey, I'm gonna try and see if I can get on your stream today. I just I just don't get a lot of time to do stuff that I'm supposed to do, as far as like whether it be like chores, maybe I needed to get done around the house, or projects, not even just chores, but literal projects. Plus, I was even thinking about maybe going into work for a little while and trying to do some organization stuff while I have some free time. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, when we get ready to do it, just send me a link, and if I'm free, I'll definitely jump on. Brick Room. What's happening? Oh my gosh, Brick Count says he spent 18 grand last year. That's definitely more than me. I mean, I did a rough calculation in my head and not any kind of accuracy, because I really should do that one day. Just kind of go through and be as accurate as possible. But just glancing around, doing a rough estimate in my head, I think probably in like the last 4 years, since I really, like, I've been out of my dark ages longer than 4 years, but I think it's been about 4 years where it started really spiraling. And I'm reaching my 2nd year anniversary for YouTube. And definitely once I started the channel, that's when it really started snowballing. So anyways, I think roughly in about 4 years, I think I've spent about 15 grand. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I mean, because if you look, like, just the cars right here. Like, I can't remember how much the Batmobile was, but wasn't it like $250? I can't remember. Hey, everybody in the chat, do you remember what the Batmobile was? Was it 200? No, I know it wasn't 200. It was more than that. It had to have been at least 250 or 300. But we'll just say 250. I mean, and then there's like another 3, 4, 7. So I got $1 grand just sitting on this shelf right here with all these cars. That's insane. So I don't know how much I got, but Castle Mock, that sounds cool. It's okay to cut back and prioritize. Take care of what needs to get taken care of. Always more Lego down the road. Well, I mean, and that's true. You are absolutely right, Albert's count. The problem is, oh, what you got, a satellite there?
Yep, we got the satellite.
Oh yeah, the polybag one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got this one.
Oh. Did you see that blue one yet?
The
was it
speed car? The sports car?
Yeah, it's a Speed Champion polybag. It's the new one, I think. I thought I haven't gotten that one. I thought I had laying around here. I must have thrown it over there in my polybag section. But so the problem, Albrecht's count, is one, Lego puts out so much stuff in a short amount of time. And two, if you don't get what you want while it's on the shelves and you wait till it retires, then you're going to be paying a lot more. Now, obviously, these are still things that all of us have to try and juggle and prioritize and figure out what's more important to us. But that's what makes it really, really difficult. Like, there are a few of them that, like, there's a lot of sets I didn't get a chance to get, and I realize that I'm not going to get them. You know, unless I won the lottery or something. But then there's some that I didn't get that I've still got my eye on that I would like to get. Diagon Alley, the Sesame Street set, Batwing, like those three, definitely. The police station. Also the bookstore and the corner garage. But if I don't get those, you know, sorry, I'm stretching. I don't know. I feel really like cramped up. If I don't get those, I won't cry about it. You know what I mean? So that's where the problem comes in, as I'm sure with all of you. You know, and that's why I envy people that are able to just like love and kind of collect one thing for the most part. Like, you know, you got your Ninjago fans, or, you know, you got your Star Wars fans, or whatever the case may be. You got your Technic fans. And I don't know. I just seem to have like put my fingers into every single pie there is, you know. Some obviously more than others, but. So let's see. McLaren, thank you, Rogue Runner. Thank you. 250. Brick Room says yeah. So yeah, like I said, because I've got I got this one actually. I paid, I don't know how much it's worth, but I only paid like, I don't know, $20 for this or something. Hold on a second. Like, this is a cool car. And as far as I know, it was like a Creator 3-in-1 that came out years back. And something that's a little different about this Creator one is it does have the wheels and the knob on the back like a Technicar does.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, but just the yellow convertible look. I love the blue seats. And again, I don't know how old it is, but I just, all in all, I thought it was a nice looking car, so I bought that. But then, I've got the Fiat. I don't remember how much that was, but it was at least $150, I think. Maybe it was a little cheaper. I can't remember. Then like the Ecto one, the Scion, which was freaking whatever, $300. The Volkswagen bus, the Martin James Bond car, and then the Batmobile. Now I also have the Volkswagen Beetle that I haven't built yet. That'll be for another stream. Tree Enthusiast is back.
Another complaint. Chris, shave that mustache. You look like you got started on To Catch a Predator.
You came back just for that.
It sucks. Yeah. I feel so bad for you right now. If I saw you and run away. I'm so sorry. I just had to say that. Okay. Nice talking to you guys.
All right. Bye, Viva. I've actually been thinking about shaving my beard off for a little while. Switching it up a little bit.
Let's shave it off every now and then.
I'm curious to, I don't know, because I look definitely different without my beard. Let's see. Macro Bricks. What's happening? All right, let me see. Hold on a minute. I missed some comments. We'll hover it up because I don't click Star Wars. It's all right. Like, I know a lot of people are just joking around about it and stuff, but there are some people that seem pretty serious. Like, when they find out somebody doesn't click Star Wars and doesn't like Star Wars, it's like, it's okay. Like, Star Wars ain't for everybody. I mean, it even seems like Star Wars isn't even for Star Wars fans sometimes, Let's see, McLaren, yep. Bricks. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We just read that. Yep. All Bricks Sound says, came out of my dark ages in 2012. Averaged 2,000 to 8,000 per year till last year. Brutal. But also managed to get every San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, okay. Exclusive of multiples last year, which is something I've never done before. Yeah, I've always thought they were fascinating and would always love to have them. But I have to say, just interacting with BFAB, because BFAB's got a lot of them, has made me want to. I have no delusions. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get like a bunch of them. You know what I mean? But I do have a goal of like getting one. I don't know which one, and I don't even know if it'd be an older one, maybe a new one or whatever. But I would like to have one in my collection. And it doesn't even matter, honestly, if it's a minifigure or one of the like boxed sets or whatever that they have. And I know that sounds a little crazy because technically I have one. Actually, technically I have two that I'm selling, and that's those Nebulons. But yeah, it's not the same thing to me. And I have one Nebulon supposedly sold. Somebody has claimed it. The other one, I have not sold it yet, so we'll see if I even sell the other one or not. Will, you're funny. Brick Hive, it's only a little castle. Okay. All Brick Count says I'm cutting back themes this year, and even in the themes, I'm going to be doing a handful of sets, plan to stay under SSK, including investment pieces. So, I mean, I've never thought about like the whole staying under this number in the year thing. and that it just seems for me that would require too much planning. And I would have to break it down and the numbers, like say, okay, I'm like I can only spend like $500 this month or something. Yeah, I mean, but the big thing is like I said, man, Lego puts out extremely expensive sets, like really close to each other. Like that was the reason I didn't get Diagon Alley is because I was like, well, if I get Diagon Alley, I'm not gonna be able to get the Cantina.
Yeah.
And that was a really tough call because the Diagon Alley was really awesome. And I think honestly, and I say this lightly because I don't know for sure. I'd have to really have thought about it. But if Diagon Alley was like maybe $100 cheaper, it's possible I would have got that instead. Let me see here. Because COVID continues, I can't afford another night. Yeah, I know, right? That stuff, man. Just like this whole stimulus thing that people got. I mean, it's better than nothing. Don't get me wrong. Getting something is better than nothing, but it's like, dude, what are you doing with $600, man?
Yeah.
Like, can you even pay your rent with that money? Can you even pay half your rent with that money? That yellow car is wicked. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I like it a lot. I think that anything really before that, I probably wouldn't like too much. And I know some people like, I've heard some people say like blasphemous when I say this or whatever, but I don't really like a lot of the old sets, man. Star Wars included, maybe even more so. They're ugly. I mean, they're just ugly, man. I think, I don't know if it's because when I've come out of my dark ages, it's been when stuff has gotten like nicer looking and it just spoiled me. But anything before that car, because even that car is pushing it. Because, certain things, that's why, like, one of the reasons I don't like Technic sets, man. Like, this Lamborghini Siren doesn't have a windshield. And all of its glory and everything else, man, like, it doesn't even have a windshield. Not to mention it looks like it's got holes and cuts all over it, but that's just Technic. Maybe an Alone Against the Work truck will help too. Oh, let's hope not, man. Nobody wants to have to do that. Right?
Got the road truck done. Lego City Road construction.
Okay. Is that the new set? One of the newer ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, man. There's been a couple of these +4 sets I've seen that actually look pretty decent. I was even eyeballing like the airport one that they had.
Yeah, and then we got this set.
Is that the one with the drill? No, never mind. I'm thinking of a different one.
There's the lion.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I think I might build that tuk-tuk. I think I'm gonna build that tuk-tuk.
I still want to get that too.
Getting called Mario is not a compliment. I agree. It's like when I get told I look like Bill Cosby. I don't know who's telling you look like Bill Cosby, B-Fab. You don't look anything like Bill Cosby. Cabbage Face in the house. Good morning to you. What's up, buddy?
B-Fab. Hide your face.
Brickroom says I gotta go. Maybe back. All right, later, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us. The Brickroom, cheers to see you again. Yep. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else. BFAB, I said you look like Jason Momoa. What? Now, come on, Brett. Like that's kind of. I'm not really understanding what you're seeing there. I mean, like I'm straight as an arrow, man. And I still look at Jason Momoa and I'm like, God dang, dude. It's like that guy's that's a good looking man. I added the $600 to the enlargement fund. Sir Brick says to buy just the Star Wars sets, you need to spend more than $2,000 every year. I mean, that's sounds like maybe you might even need to spend more. I mean, think about it. The giant UCS sets, man. Like that's like the new one coming out, supposedly the AT-AT that we've heard about, the Star Destroyer and the Falcon. Like, dude, those are like you're pushing $1,000 just to buy one of those, man. So I don't know, man. I guess if you have all the other sets together, yeah, it'd probably be about another $1,000. So yeah, you're probably right. All right, let me get my tuk. Tuk. We're gonna build a tuk. There was a couple sets that I thought I had bought, and it turns out I didn't. I thought I ordered them off Lego.com, and I couldn't find them. I was like looking all over the Lego room trying to find them, and I was like, wait a minute. So then I went back and looked at my shipping receipt, and I was like, oh, I didn't even order them. So I wasted time looking around for them in the Lego room. But one of them is that my Miles Morales mech. I really want that minifig. And the other one was that cute little gecko that came with in that Frozen 2 movie. Whatever his name is. What's BFAB saying? Take that as a compliment. Chris, hide your face.
Yeah.
I swear to God. All right, tuk. Tuk. Is that what those things are really called too? Tuk. Yeah, I sure hope everybody likes the stop motion today. I hope nobody hates it. I mean, it's not like the highest of qualities. There's definitely people that make much better stop motion. I mean, I will say this. There's definitely some action in it, but I tried to make it funny. The whole news crew, really actually kind of cracks me up. Sir Brick says $800 set plus 25%. Here, definitely not going to be cheap. Yeah. And the thing is, honestly, like, I don't even know if I want it. I mean, I want it, but it's like, dude, I just bought an AT-AT. It's like I just bought one like a few months back. And I know, like, this one's the UCS one. I don't know. Honestly, it's going to depend on where I'm at financially when that time comes around. Because, dude, dropping $800 on one Lego set is no easy feat. Unless, again, you just make a lot of money and you can do it. I mean, if I would have been more careful with my credit card when I first got it, I could have easily bought it. But I've spent so much money on my credit card, I have to get it back to a good place before I can start buying like something like that. Tuk. Look, even the instruction booklet's all tiny. Aww, it's so cute. Well, it says, I don't understand why Lego keeps making Marvel mechs. Outside of the Iron Man and Hulkbuster, there are no mechs in Marvel. Make more landscape Lego. Make New York. I agree, Will. I agree. Just like I guess I understand why they do it. I just think it's just dumb. Is all these different Spider-Man sets that they're making. Like, I like the minifigs. Some of those sets are out, all right. But I'm like, dude, Spider-Man don't drive this thing. Like, what? Like, You know, and speaking of which, does anybody have a good reason why they made new molds for this? Like, why wouldn't you just keep making it the way you used to? I don't know. Because, you know, with new molds comes bigger prices for stuff. Yeah, Macro. It's probably the new UCS AT-AT is what's the solid rumor seems to be that it's going to, you know, the $800 set that's coming out. Hi, Lando. Thank you. It is a cute set, right? Tuck, 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 tuck. Exactly, Will. Spider-Man don't drive. Will says just make it part of a building in each set, and if you buy the whole wave, it will go together into two buildings. After a few years, you will be good to go. Yeah, no, man, because they do that type of stuff with like the Legends collectibles and stuff like that. You know, you get like a piece, like an arm, and then another one have like a leg, and then like if you buy them all, you get to build like something cool. I mainly get the mechs for the minifigs, expensive way of doing it, but they have parts for mocks. Yeah, I mean, I bought the store one, which, you know, that's cool, man. I like the hammer, you know, I mean, but and I really do like the minifig a lot. I think it's because he looks really a lot like the one from Ragnarok, but I really just bought it more of an it's more of an impulsive buy. You know, I didn't really. The only mech I wanted was the Miles Morales one, and that was just for the minifig. But I was like, I'll go ahead and buy it. You know, screw it. I'd rather buy it in AT-AT over the Death Star. Yeah, I mean, that's. I don't know. I'm torn about it because I'll be honest. I've got an AT-AT, but I don't have a Death Star. So if it was a Death Star, I would definitely lean more heavily towards getting it. But I don't know. I do know one thing, man. If this AT-AT is going to be massive with 6,000 pieces, like, dude, the normal one's got like barely 2, I think. I can't remember exactly, but Brick Studio, I love how you're building in bed. Yeah. That's the comfy way to build it, huh? Yeah. It's like buying the Mixel sets and just add a fig. If Lego ever makes a Luke's or Anakin mech, I will stop buying Lego sets. Yeah, I can't imagine, dude. Man, this Treehouse Creator 3-in-1 set that's supposed to be coming out soon looks awesome. And if everybody's curious what I'm talking about, it's set 31116. So it comes with like a buildable giraffe or something. Oh, I forgot I was gonna play some music. And it's pretty big at 2,000 pieces. Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. You add another 4,000 pieces? Like, huh? So Rick says I would like both the AT-AT and the Death Star, but I don't space to build my technical Lamborghini. Yeah, I actually had to buy the widest shelf, like at Home Depot, that I can get to put the Lamborghini on. Like it wouldn't fit on my normal shelves. Like the wheel just hung over too much. I was like, man, ain't that something? So I guess the question is going to be, what do I pack up to make room for other stuff? Because everything I have on my shelves right now, with the exception of like maybe the firehouse up there or something, I want it to be on the shelves. Like this up here is like my whole Harry Potter shelf display thing. The edge of this shelf is my London, display area. Like this whole shelf is basically like the Star Wars battle sets, like Anakin versus Obi-Wan or Rey versus Kylo, like that kind of stuff. Like over there is like all my Marvel and like Overwatch like ships. And above that is basically like all my like it's a couple different things, but it's basically Star Wars stuff. And then at the end is like my space stuff, like my shuttle and the Apollo 15 and all that. And then up there is all of my TIE fighters, my Monkey King mech, and then that's my whole Star Wars shelf. But I mean, like every shelf has like something that's supposed to be there. You know what I mean? So I don't even know what I could take off the shelves to make room for. That's why I think I just haven't built a lot of the new stuff I got. I'm just saving it. Hey, what's up, 501st Bricks? What's happening? Moto, hello again. Moto, if you want to jump in or anything, let me know. I'll shoot you an invite. At least, wait, hold on a minute. What's he saying? At least with these mechs, the mix of joints are still in production. It would be a shame if they retired. Yeah. I have castle trains and city everywhere. The struggle is real. Yeah. Like the size of a golden retriever. True. One set I have that is super annoying is the Star Destroyer. No real hope of displaying it. They'll likely just sit down there years from bunks, or I'll build and tear it down after a week, which would be criminal. Yeah, that's I mean, look, if you get the Millennium Falcon, ECS Millennium Falcon, you can at least like maybe kind of like lean that. I've seen a bunch of people do that and have it on a shelf like leaning, you know what I mean? So it doesn't take up as much room. The Star Destroyer, yeah, man, you're screwed unless you've got like that flat area space to display it on. It's like the Coliseum, unless you've got the right space. It's like I don't know why you would buy it. Like I would love to have the Falcon or the Star Destroyer, but even like trying to put the Falcon on a shelf like I was just talking about, like I don't have room for that either. My plan, I think, is when we buy a new house and I got the basement, having a corner in each like a display stand or something in each corner, and like maybe in the back of the basement that I can put something like the Falcon or the Star Destroyer on. Yeah, that Ewok village. I've seen it a lot, especially when I was searching for the Slave One and shuttle and all that, man. I'd see it a lot. And I'd even see, a decent price once in a while. But because, yeah, I would love that Ewok village is the #1 thing that I like to put in my forest. But, 350 bucks. I don't know. I can't remember what it's normally going for right now, but it's expensive. Albrecht's Count says, Hive. If the move is for sure this year, just suck it up and start packing it up all up slowly. Yeah, actually, I can't remember. I think maybe Architect. Yeah, I think maybe Claire was telling me that I should start packing this stuff up right now and get it over with. But you both are absolutely right. I mean, the best thing to do would be to really start breaking down the forest and the desert and get these tables up out of here. Just start getting stuff together and all that. There's just basically 2 things, kind of 3, but really 2 things I got to figure out where I'm going to put them, because I got to think of a safe place. And one is the treehouse. As you can see in the picture right here. Oh, Brick Studio is back. Hold on a minute. Oh, hey.
Hey, Brick Guys.
Hey.
There's a deer in our backyard.
Oh my goodness, a deer.
We're trying to figure out how to get there. It's in our...
What up, deer?
It's like he doesn't know where to go.
You must see them all the time where you're at.
Not in our backyard.
Like, dude, I live in like Maryland, and I see them in my backyard all the time. I don't know. I think they haven't been around much because I yelled at them last time they were out here. You know, and then you start paying rent, and they didn't like that.
That's funny.
Oh, and the other thing was the cantina, which I can put on a shelf if I can find a spot for it. So we'll see. I might be able to move some stuff and put it right there. So, but yeah, I should definitely start working on that because I have a bad habit of doing stuff at the last minute. Corey says, "Hi, are you not going to get the new shuttle now that you have got that one?" I don't know for sure if I'm getting that new shuttle or not. I don't have really any hardcore intentions on getting it. Oh, hey, Titanium Jay's here. Hey, Jay.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm all right. All right. Just going over the logistics of the Lego room while trying to build a tuk-tuk. Moto says he sorted 17 gallons of goodness. That's a lot. That's a lot.
17?
Yeah, man. Albert's Count says, I'm hoping I can figure out a way to display the story on an angle. Good luck, brother. But please, share if you do. Because, I mean, I'm sure he can do it. I just feel like you definitely would have to be very crafty with it. Ewok Village is awesome. I agree, Rogue Runner. Rogue Runner, if you want an invite, let me know. Biggest Ziplocs. Yeah, you're gonna need some big Ziploc bags for a set like that. Lando says, I just want to get every Lego animal mold made. I want to make a big ocean and different animal habitats. Maybe do an animal reservation like thing. That would be really cool, Lando. And I gotta be honest with you, I can't say I've seen anybody ever do that. The closest I've seen people do are like zoos, and even those I've only seen a couple do it. And the only one that really sticks out to me is Jang. As a matter of fact, I was just watching one of his newer videos the other day, and he made his aquarium, like he changed it so the aquarium's like underground, kind of.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, the underwater portion is underground underneath that space-based table that he's got.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, Jang is awesome, man, when it comes to building and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the only one that really sticks out to me as far as like that kind of stuff. But yeah, like Lando, that would be really cool. Like instead of having like a city, like have like a big animal reservation. Like how cool would that be, man? And there's enough animals in the Lego world that you could do that with. I personally, even though I know I'm not gonna be able to collect them all, but I've been on trying to get as many of the dog molds as I can. That's the only reason I bought like one of the latest the smaller snow sets. Like the different seasons. Yeah, because that one had a husky. That's the only reason I bought that.
You could have just waited for the Ninjago Gardens.
Yeah, well, I wasn't aware of the Ninjago Gardens at the time. Is it the exact same dog?
I believe so. Here,
I mean, it looked like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it. So yeah. Definitely cool doggy. But yeah, that's a good idea, Lando. Invite the deer inside and shoot it. Yeah, I guess that depends on how hungry you are. Yeah, you would eat for a month. Dude, venison is good meat too, man. I got a lot of family up in Michigan and Ohio and stuff, and mainly Michigan, but like they'll like not only we make steaks and stuff out of it, but they make jerky. Dude, my one buddy, he made all kinds of different flavored jerky, like jerk meat for Mrs. Hive and I. We were eating that stuff forever, man. It was good. Where my parents are up on Lake Michigan, it's like on the lake, but a wooden area, so we see deer a ton. Yeah, if I had a nickel for every deer I've seen, I'd have a lot of nickels.
That makes sense.
Fazoom is Fazoom. Did I miss Fazoom? Is Fazoom in here?
No, I think they were just
Oh,
asking. They were discussing something else in the chat.
oh, okay. And we were just talking about deer like the other day in a live stream. Brick City says I'm on mute for a few minutes. My mom just wants me to watch the deer in the record. Oh wait, that's from a couple minutes ago. Well, what's I mean, I know some of the differences, but ultimately, isn't a reservation still just a big like cage?
Kind of, but not really.
I mean, it's not like, you know, they could just run free and you're gonna let them go, right? I mean, look, I'm talking on my ass here. I don't know. I'm just I'm just you know, wondering. Yep, I agree, Will. It is awesome. I don't buy beef or pork in 12 years, just deer, elk, moose. Yeah, right on. No, that's cool, Roadrunner. No, I just, you know, just want to make sure you're more than welcome to jump on. Micro says it's free-ish and not full of antibiotics and growth hormone. It's free-ish, right? Free-ish. It's the ish part. Like, I get it's better, obviously, than a zoo. But, look, the reason I was wondering is because I was talking about PETA the other day. And I don't like PETA for multiple reasons. You know what I mean? But one of the kind of the hypocrisy things that they talk about is the liberation of animals and freedom and all that, you know? Yet, they have pets. And I get, like, in your mind, you're like, well, I'm feeding this pet and I'm taking care of him, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the pet just wants to be free, you know? You're still holding the pet, you know, hostage, so to speak. And I don't mean that in bad ways, you know what I mean? Because we have a dog and a cat, you know? I've had many pets over throughout the years. I'm just talking about, like, when you're an organization calling for the liberation and freedom of all animals. They say all animals. Like, it just doesn't make sense when you say that, but then, like, you're like, no, this one's staying inside with me. You know, he's mine. What's Sir Brickalot saying? Oh, he says, good morning. Good morning, Sir Brickalot. How are you today? So, Sir Brickalot, I will be getting a hold of you soon, since now that I've got this stop motion out. I'll start getting a hold of you as I start making the other one and see what kind of input you might want to throw in there, if you want to throw any at all. Will says, I would think a zoo would be safer than a reservation. The animals will eat roam free, right? I have no clue, man.
I mean, it depends, though.
Because you can I feel like you can kind of say the same thing for a lot of zoos. You know what I mean? Like, they're taking care of animals that maybe wouldn't be able to take care of themselves, or, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
It depends.
I mean, and look, people. The other thing the thing that kills me, man, is, again, I'm a firm believer in nature and the natural course of life. So, like, people will complain about maybe like zoos or something on one end, but then they're okay with things like when like organizations will keep pandas, you know, in an area to help them breed so they don't die out and they go extinct. And I'm like, well, look, man, if they're going to be, I mean, look, do you know how many animals have gone extinct in the course of life? It's a natural thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like when you're meddling in stuff like that, I don't know. It's usually not a good thing. Conservation is like a small habitat. Some are big, some are small. 1,000 times better than a cage, like tigers on a 10-acre conservation. Yeah, I mean, but again, you know, like, I agree with that. You know, I just, I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of gray areas involved in some of this stuff. Albrecht Sound says, I was right. I have a cat, but honestly, we still treat creatures like they're here for our entertainment. A lot of times, yeah. I mean, I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. like I really want people to understand, like when I bring up certain points, you know, even if I don't want to agree with something, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean I think it's a bad thing. Like, you know, like we love our pets, you know, they're basically like, you know, our children. So I mean, it's not like it's that. And then there are some people that have, you know, like maybe like a mental illness or something like that, and they have a dog for like an emotional support dog or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing. It's just sometimes I try and see things in black and white, and I look at some of the things some people or organizations say, and I'm like, you're being a little bit hypocritical. You'd be like, look at that cute little deer over there, and look, his friend the lion is coming over to hang out. Can mix the animals on a conservation. I don't think. I don't know. But domesticated animals would be like a death sentence to them if you let them go free. They aren't used to finding food for themselves. Are they though? I mean, I guess it depends on how domesticated they are. And you know, that whole brings back an argument similar to like what came first, the chicken or the egg. You know, we domesticated them, so we made them have the inability to take care of themselves, which is, if you think about it, it's such a bizarre thing to say too, man. Like humans have been definitely conditioned over the years and stuff like that. So, and even before humans were conditioned, like a human baby isn't the same thing as a human animal, or I mean a baby animal, because a human baby, if you just like let it go, like it's gonna die. Like it absolutely needs its mother. Now, a lot of animals, especially mammals, do too, but it's still on a different level. You know what I mean? But yeah, bricks count. Nature will take its course. True. See, and I don't know. And even with zoos, I don't know. It's a weird argument. You know what I mean? Because zoos obviously are different than like the circus. You know what I mean? Like circus, you know, like I'm not saying every single one of them, but yeah, they mostly definitely abused animals for literal entertainment. You know what I mean? Now zoos can be
like Land of Sweet wants a link.
Oh, all right.
I'm back.
I sent you one already, Lando. I sent you one on Instagram. Let me know if it doesn't work. But I already sent out a bunch of links earlier. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely a lot to it. You know, aquariums are kind of another thing. You know what I mean? I think aquariums, not necessarily for certain fish, but definitely for like dolphins and all that, and whales or whatever. Like that's definitely, I think, worse than zoos, because you need more room for a swimming animal than you would for like a land animal. What's up, Joe? How you doing?
Hold it. I'm back.
I think that you're taking that out of context. I think that's just some crap that BFAB really started blowing up. Bricks Count says, when my cat escaped, missing 9 weeks, gained 3 pounds. It was found, and they checked chip and returned it to us the next day. After it was found, my cat did just fine outside. I mean, some of them will, some won't. You know, it depends. Yeah, deer.
Yeah.
That's a good selfie.
Yeah. Got a picture.
All right, Lando's here. Hi, Lando.
Hey guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good. And yeah, some animals do okay outside, but you're just lucky that nowadays we have chips, microchips in our animals, because if you don't, I mean, you're screwed basically.
But now, so here's the devil's advocate arguments to that statement. So, like, let's say that you go to a shelter and you buy not a kitten but a young cat. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, that cat has not been domesticated yet, right? So, I mean,
Okay.
we're gonna say it hasn't been domesticated, all right? So, do you think that if that cat was to be set free, that it would definitely die? Or do you think that if you set that cat free after you've had the cat for several years and then let it go, it would die? See, that's the thing. Is it natural instincts would be fine if you just let it go? Or do you think after you domesticate it for several years, then it's not going to be able to protect itself?
It would be the second one, because the first one, it would be already, it's not domesticated, it's not used to, oh, I don't have to hunt, catch, kill.
Right. So what I'm saying is, so maybe you shouldn't buy the cat.
Yeah, so it's more changing sort of changing just sort of how the cat has to act compared to how it needs to act in the wild. It's all different, sort of just like survival and stuff like that. So, like if I release my cat, it would basically be a death sentence because he can't. I mean, sure, he has claws and everything, but he can't catch for crap. I mean, he wiggles his butt and he chatters the whole time at birds.
Yeah, but I'm saying if an animal, like if you put an animal, like look, if you declaw your cat, yeah, it's gonna be screwed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if your cat was still like normal, even after if you had it for a long time, if you let your cat out in the wild, it might not know exactly what to do at first, but I guarantee you, after a few days of not eating, it's gonna catch a mouse. It's gonna find something to eat. You know what I mean?
It could eventually learn.
And it might not, or by like what Joe just commented, it could get hit by a car or something like that. It's true, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I don't think people give a lot of animals enough credit because, again, we're so used to them being domesticated and for us and, tame. And like a lot of times I try and tell people when like there's a dog or something that might attack somebody or something like that. I mean, a lot of times and most times it's because the person that raised the dog or the animal treated it like crap. You know what I mean? And that's going to make them violent, because they don't know what love and stuff is. But even if you treat your animal good, they could be just like people and have a bad day, and you got too close to it when it was not in the mood or something. You know what I mean? And it could snap. Now that's nothing on the animal, because again, even people can snap and have bad days. But yeah, I don't know. And again, I'm talking on my ass with most of this stuff. I'm just trying to have a good conversation about stuff like this. But because again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a veterinarian. Hell, even like as far as pets go, like anytime I've owned a pet, it's been because like I've been involved with somebody that had a pet, like a girlfriend, my wife, even when I was young, our family had a dog, But when I've been by myself, I always had like, if I couldn't keep it in an aquarium, I usually never owned one.
Yeah. And the thing too is like, that's why I think it's very interesting because, what was it? It was a while back. I think Will said it, but he said something like, if zoos take in the animal, help with the care, whatever, and then release them back to the wild. Did you know that that's what technically SeaWorld had claimed in order to keep wild orcas in their facilities and use them for entertainment? That's what they claimed all those years. That's why they got in so much trouble with OSHA because they didn't do any of the safety and stuff.
I'm glad they got in trouble for that stuff, man. Because like I said,
I'm so glad too because
zoos can be.
I'm still ticked that they're still in those stinking tanks. They should at least be in like sea pens so they can move a lot freely or whatever.
I mean, because look, zoos can be a little iffy, depending on different things, depending on the animal, depending on whatever. But and also, again, I don't know where the line would be drawn exactly. I feel like normal fish type stuff in like their aquariums is a little different. You know what I mean? I think I'm pretty sure. But a mammal, a dolphin, the orca whales, like those things, like, dude, they should not be in closed captivity. Like, again, if you're rescuing them, you're healing them or bringing them back
and then releasing them back.
I get that. Sure. And even then, you can't do that too long because I know I just had this whole argument with like the releasing a cat kind of thing, but I feel like releasing an orca after you've had it in captivity for too long would be a different situation.
Yeah, it would be basically a death sentence because now it's used to feeding, it's used to whatever, it's learned behaviors.
Right.
That's why actually that the famous royal called Keiko, he was Willy and Free Willy. When they released him, that's why it failed, because they had to untrain him to do all this stuff, which I mean made great progress the whole time. Just he could never find his mom because it's a matriarchal society.
Well, and plus, you know, these mammals like the orca whales, dolphins, that kind of stuff, like they're really smart.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they're really intelligent creatures, man.
Yeah, and what's interesting too, what I think is very interesting is the fact that that I know recently they've been really they're really smart, but the different ones that are going extinct is again because of our society. Like I think it's like APOD or JPOD or something like that over by Seattle. The reason why they're going extinct is because the salmon is decreasing. They don't eat anything but salmon. That's what they eat. It's sort of like if you're out in the woods, you're only going to eat, deer if there's a high deer population by you. That's all you've ever eaten. So, yeah, it's sort of, and the sad part that sort of rubs me the wrong way is the fact that one of the orcas that is still in captivity that's very, very old she's from the declining APOD or whatever, and they actually have pictures and they know like her mom and her sisters and stuff are still living or whatnot, and they won't set her free. And it's like you could easily help that population because they have photographs and they have the different things that having a whale in captivity that was taken as a baby, that could be a very higher chance than what Keiko had because he didn't have like identifiable markers for his mom or his siblings or whatnot. So, but yeah, it's difficult with all that. Like zoos, like great, like tigers, I'm fine with because I mean it's already so hard to have one tiger in one spot because it needs 100,000 acres for one tiger territory. And I mean, because all y'all like coffee so much, the coffee people are deforesting. So, you coffee drinkers, you.
Coffee.
So, but I mean, but no, I love the things that I really love that just make me so warm and fuzzy is when you see animals asking for help or they save these cool stories that they save humans or whatever. Like a wolf pack saved this lady who was lost in the snow or whatever, and she gave birth to her kid, and all the wolves of the wolf pack came and huddled around.
I don't see. I'm different. I don't like stories like that. You know what I mean? I think that it really, in a way, gives a false impression about certain animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look, because a lot of people will read that and be like, "Oh my gosh," like, so they're gonna think they can just walk up and be friendly with a damn wolf, and it's like, no, dude, that wolf is gonna eat your face off. Like, dude, stay away from wild animals.
Yeah. I mean,
can something like that happen? Yeah. But
like it's a once in a blue moon thing that I don't think people understand. That's what I think you're sort of getting at is like, if you see a wolf out in the wild, don't go up and go hug it, sort of like Elf, because it's not going to work. So yeah, it's just those rare occasions.
Hey, Brick Fella.
Hello, Brick Fella. Nice to see you when you came into the chat 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And no, Snap to Grid Bricks. I'm still here.
Yeah, we didn't lose them. We didn't lose them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt so bad for Sarah because when she found those kittens or those two cats out in her hallway, like on New Year's or Christmas or whatever, and she took them in, she's like, but they had colors, they had to be somebody's. And I'm like, the rate that people get animals for Christmas gifts and then the high rate that they all return after is so sad, because people get them for a gift, but someone's like, oh, I can't take this, and so they have to return them.
Yeah, personally, I don't think you should ever, unless you are very certain of the circumstances, you should never give like a gift, like a pet as a gift, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe like a fish.
Like
Fish is one thing, but
Yeah.
But even that, see, the whole thing about it is because you're giving somebody else a living creature.
yeah.
So you're basically saying, okay, now you are responsible for keeping this thing alive.
life.
So hopefully you do well and don't feel guilty if you let it die. Or feel guilty for giving it away, or whatever the case may be.
Now, unless you're getting a pet rock, that's a whole different ballpark.
Yeah, they're very low maintenance.
I actually do want to get a pet rock. I think that would be awesome.
You can get one.
No, I want like the actual pet rock with
one.
the boxing and everything. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I guess you got to pay for the box.
Pretty much.
Tuk.
I just can't believe someone so stupid made a pet rock and got millions out of that. Like, God, I wish I would have came up with that.
Well, I mean,
nowadays, it won't work because everyone's smart, but when people were dumb, sort of like back when calculators weren't a big thing and you could say whatever you wanted and people had to believe you.
Yeah, those days. But that still happens. I see a lot of people saying whatever they want, and people believe them.
Yeah, but now we have Google to back up facts.
I know. I used to think that every day, man. I'm like, I don't think facts really matter to a lot of people. I think they care more about their feelings.
Hello, Brick Connoisseur and Lego Mike.
Hey, Brick Connoisseur and Lego Mike. What's happening? Flush the present problem.
Well, I do have a Tamagotchi, by the way. Those were one of my main things when I was a kid, was Tamagotchis.
Fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners.
Oof.
Those actually do have a purpose, though.
Yeah.
Look, like, I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what the technical word is. But my dad and I are the same way. Like, we always like to keep our hands busy. Like, if we're sitting there watching television, both of us are the same way, man. We'll sit there and we'll like flip the remote control. Like it just, I don't know what the word is for it, but I think that's what those, because fidgety, because people get fidgety. Yeah. That's what they're called, fidget spinners. I've never had one, but I figured they at least had a purpose.
But yeah, that's sort of kind of like my phone. Like nowadays, when I watch TV, I can't not be on my phone when I watch, or like when I'm watching a movie. And it's funny because when I'm watching a movie with my family, they're always like, "Put your phone away. We can see the light," or whatever. And it's like, I can't. Like, it's a boring scene. It's so sappy. Like, I already know what's gonna happen.
Yep.
And Snap to Good Bricks. Yes, the modules are interchangeable. Some configurations will look better than others. I don't have the other two modulars, so I don't entirely know what it looks like, but you can interchange them if you want to.
Yeah, that's a damn shame you don't have those other two modulars, Jay.
Yeah, I started thinking about it.
Like, if anybody should have those two modulars, man, it should be you.
One day I will, but probably not for a while.
Yeah, you just gotta finish college and get that good job.
Yeah.
And buy it before you get a house.
Yeah, since I'm going back to school in roughly a week, I'm not gonna try and buy any of those other modulars.
Yeah, don't worry. I haven't forgot about your fig either, man. I got it coming to you.
Sweet.
Tuck. fucking love this
Isn't
thing.
it like a third world sort of transport
The
thing?
Tuk Tuk?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
What's going on with that thing?
That's why I'm asking.
I just love the name.
The only time I ever saw one was on Survivor, like an episode or a season on Survivor.
It's got a great name. Like
It does.
Like llama. I love that word.
Llama.
Except I like to say it with the 2 L's. The llama.
Llama, llama, llama.
Will, I'm not buying 3 of each. That costs too much. That's several grand.
Several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be broke.
Yeah, if I was to buy all the stuff I wanted in Lego, I would have to get rid of housing, live in a cardboard box, and then move to like Texas because it'd be way too cold where I am. So
Lego would just tell you just to build a house out of Lego.
pretty much, yeah.
You're like, you can do it. We believe in you. Just buy more Lego.
Buy more Lego.
Buy more Lego. I'm still convinced that their bubble's gonna burst.
Yeah. Did you see that whole vote for the theme or set they should bring back?
Yeah.
No, what was
The
that all about?
90th anniversary of Lego?
Oh, you talking about like the logo?
No, like there's this whole I saw a post on Brickset and then I actually went and voted for it. You can hold on, I should just pull it up that way I can actually tell you. But
I was like, yeah.
I don't need to look at which
Because
set.
I remember seeing some picture like that had a bunch of different Lego logos
It's,
on it. And it said something about the 90th anniversary, but I didn't read it all.
So it says, to celebrate the 90th anniversary of the Lego Company, the Ideas team wants us to choose a classic theme to be reimagined as a single new product to be released in 2022. 30 popular Lego themes have been selected for us to choose from. And then there's a whole list of classic themes. They got, you know, classic space, a bunch of different sub-themes of classic space.
No. We
If
already
I
have
wanted the
so-
monorail to come
Train.
back, what theme would I pick?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't think they're gonna bring back the monorail.
Dude,
Although
that's
I'm
not
sure
cool,
there'll
Jay.
be.
You don't need to shoot down my dreams that fast.
Which theme
I'm sure-
has the most votes so far, Jay?
Let me look. I haven't seen anything. Yeah, there haven't been any results yet because when I voted, it said it takes 1 to 2 days to process the entries.
1
1 to
I
2
would
business
like
days.
Castle, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think Castle is in here. You can for the first round of voting, you can vote for up to 3 themes. And then they'll do a second round of voting where the top 3 themes from the first round and you pick one.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to pick any theme.
But there's Classic Castle, there's Lion Knights, Black Falcons, Forest Men, Blacktron. I voted Blacktron, Space Police, and Trains.
The only thing I think, Joe, you have a pretty good. I mean, I really would like to have like the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings sets come back because they could have done a lot better for those sets. They sort of
Yeah.
really just.
Well, is it IP stuff that you can vote on?
I don't know.
And there's just there's a bunch of different themes in here, and you get to pick 3 for this first vote. And then you can also put in the description like particular sub themes. Like they gave an example of like for town, you can pick construction as a particular sub theme. But I did Space Police, Blacktron, and Trains, and I didn't feel like listing any. I didn't feel like there were any good sub themes that I needed to mention. Just want something.
Hi, Mrs. Neverland. Welcome back.
Hey,
Hi,
Neverland.
Neverland.
And Red Carnage. Hi, Red Carnage.
What's up, Red Carnage?
And these there aren't any licensed themes in this vote either. These are all like classic Lego themes.
Oh.
So
Because I saw a really cool thing that I thought would be awesome, but I know Lego probably wouldn't ever do it. Was someone did a giant mock of Rivendell or whatever, and I thought
I've
that was
seen that.
awesome. Just
Yeah, man.
because the architecture in that is just so freaking cool. But it's so big they couldn't probably ever do that.
Yeah, they Bionicle is in this list. It's interesting to see. It seems like they go up to early 2000s, most of the themes. Which is interesting.
What you got there, Brooks?
The Halloween.
Oh yeah. I never did build that.
Got that.
I like the torso print on that mummy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's good stuff.
Pretty cool.
I like it how he came with a Dave Filoni hat.
Yeah.
What's that one? Oh, was that the
That's
stand or the display thing? Yeah, okay.
And then you got the little.
I like that pumpkin.
And you got the back of the tractor.
Nice. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Joe, why are you telling me to go to sleep?
Yeah, what? It's an odd thing to request.
I'm not
but I
don't fall asleep on streams.
I would like to see some Lord of the Rings stuff come back. I really wanted the that Shire
Oh yeah.
I forget what you call it, the Hobbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really wanted that thing. I've almost got it a couple times, but it's really difficult for me sometimes to spend a large amount of money on a Lego set. Sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I make an incredibly long wish list.
Yeah.
And then later, when I get money, I divide and conquer.
Yeah.
But my parents aren't happy about the conquering.
Some sets are just difficult to spend a lot of money on. That's why piece count is important to me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't sit there and base the entire thing off price to piece count, but I mean, you know, if you got a good amount of pieces in your set, at least it makes you feel like you're getting a little more with your money.
Yeah. That's why I buy Ninjago.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Just set after set after set, Ninjago just continues to set the bar, man, for how you should price your Lego sets. It's freaking weird. Because, yeah, I don't know, man. They're just getting... and I feel like they're not even trying anymore. Like, they're just like, yeah, we're not going to try and be sneaky about trying to make this set a little more expensive. We're just going to blatantly just raise the price hardcore on you.
Yeah.
Because like it used to be like the ones that were a little more expensive were the IP property sets. You know what I mean? Unless there was some very specific new mold or print maybe or something like that. But really, for the most part, it just seems like with the exception of Ninjago, every Lego theme is just more expensive than it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is correct.
I mean,
that is correct.
Ninjago does have a lot of expensive stuff.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of Ninjago that comes out. But it always seems like it's worth it. It always seems like the value is there. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I mean, they just do a really good... And obviously, you know, that must be why it's got the fan base it does and it's been around as long as it has. You know, and that's the thing, again, like the overall theme I keep speaking about with Lego and their price. Like, again, I tell people, I'm not saying Lego has to go cheap. Like, I'm just saying... that it would make sense if you could make it more affordable, more people would buy it. And I feel like you would get more products sold and make more money. But it's like they're being snooty about it. Like they're putting their nose in the air and they're like, our product is this good. And it's like, dude, look, is the clutch perfect? Sure. You know what I mean? Are you better than the other building block? Sure. But you are still a plastic building block manufactured on a manufacturing floor. There is not somebody hand carving something. Like, so you need to take this snooty attitude and shove it up your ass. Because it's ridiculous, dude.
I agree.
You know, especially for somebody that's like, we're doing it for the kids, we're doing it for the kids. But if your parents don't make this amount of money every year, sorry, you know, that's what I mean, dude. It's like Lego's getting so bad. They've been getting so bad that I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. Like I feel like they're trying to push me away personally.
I think it's more. I think Lego is more. The reason why Lego is doing as good as it is because of the AFOLs. I don't think it has anything to do with kids nowadays. Because I
don't know how much. I mean, look,
stores-
I think that we give more than 20%. I can say that. I saw their 20% number, and I'm like, dude, Bricklink itself is like mainly an AFOL thing, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just still feel like it's more than 20%. You know, you look at all the Lego YouTubers and all the money they spend, all the cities, all this display stuff. Like it doesn't make any sense that we would only be 20% of the you know.
Yeah, no, they're just doing that just to cover their butts, even though it's probably like more 80% or something like that.
Well, I mean, and technically, I don't want to say T-falls because there's a lot of T-falls that can have a job and buy their own Lego or whatever the case may be, you know. But I mean, if you're younger than that, it's still technically adults that are buying, buying it. They're just buying it for the kids, you know what I mean? But I get what they're saying though, as far as the definition of the AFOL. But I still think it's way more than 20%. I don't know how much, but
I mean, even when I was a kid, not many people were buying a whole ton of Lego. I mean, my dad wouldn't even let me look at the Lego section because it's so darn expensive. He's like, don't even think about, I don't want to hear a darn thing. He would give me a speech before we went to the store. And it would suck the whole time because I would see like this little like kid that's like 5 years old, like, oh, mommy, I want this set, and it's like one of the $100 sets, and it's like, oh, that's so depressing. I didn't even get one of those. Like, it's so sad.
Day 117.
The only thing that my dad did get me was one little like $10 or $15 set or whatever, but that was like a AquaZone thing or whatever. But that was it. I mean, he did try to look for, I'm like, I really want a Lego horse or whatever, and he did go in and he did try to look for a Lego horse for me, but...
Well, the reason why AFOLs also are way more specific about spending their money on Lego is because, all right, I'm only going to use myself as an example because I can't speak for every kid or anything like that, but when I was a kid, I wasn't just into Lego. As a matter of fact, I was barely into Lego. I love Lego, but I was collecting G.I. Joes, He-Man, Transformers, like even like I remember like robotics and constructs and stuff like that. Like I didn't, as I can only assume kids also are probably the same way for the most part. They don't see Lego as like, oh yeah, Lego is the highest quality building block product that I need to get. You know, like even though Mega Blocks and stuff like that, and we've discussed this before, man. Like they're building some awesome stuff, man. And I don't know, if I was in charge of Lego, I would definitely make my prices more compatible and not be so, like I said, snooty about it. Because if they made their prices more compatible, yeah, Mega Blocks and all of them would definitely be in trouble. Because as a parent, again, unless you're making good money, if you look at Lego and then you look at like Mega Blocks, you're gonna be like, yeah, I don't think my kids are really gonna care the difference, man. And Mega Blocks is way cheaper, you know. That's why I say I think that their bubble's gonna burst soon. I think they're gonna put a lot of us in this and make a lot of us broke, and we're not gonna even be able to afford to buy them anymore.
Oh,
I mean, because like I said, I was saying earlier about how I make some pretty good money. Like I'm not rich, but I make some pretty good money in my job. You know what I mean? And like Mrs. Hyde makes good money and stuff like that. And I can feel it's getting more and more difficult to try and just buy any Lego that I want, kind of, And I'm not talking like $800 sets.
No.
But
just like a CMF, like good grief.
Well, and that's why I'm not buying. I'm done with CMFs, like buying blind bags. I'm done. Yeah. That last batch that I bought, I wasted like $30-some.
Yeah.
And I got a bunch of duplicates. I mean, I'm not doing it anymore. I'll buy individual ones online or something like that. Or if I go to like Brick Fair or something, I'll buy them. But yeah, I'm done wasting my money like that. And especially if they change up the packaging and they make them into like the whatever cardboard boxes or something like that, where you can't even really feel them anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Let's see. I said hello to 117. How you doing? CPP, PPP is a really good start, but then you figure out other things that have value, right? Yeah, and the reason I was saying about I'm scared to vote for a theme or whatever is because that's just going to be one more thing we have to buy.
Yeah.
They spread licensing fees all over Lego themes. Yeah, Will. And even with license, look, whenever I debate people or I rant about something or I'm arguing, 99% of the time I've done my research. I don't walk into a debate like with no weapons, no ammunition, because that's stupid. You know what I mean? If I'm going to debate with somebody or try and prove my point about something, I want to make sure I got all the information, because I am also a humble enough person that I can change my mind. If we're debating about something and you present evidence that I don't know about or whatever, or you make a point that's right and I didn't know, I'll agree with you. I'll change my mind. You know, I'll change my stance on stuff. That's how a good person will evolve their mentality, basically. You know what I mean? You know, when I come up with this stuff, so like with their prices, their licensing fees, yeah, they pay a good amount of money. But when you look at the scale of how much money they paid for licensing fees to their profit, it is nothing, dude. It's a drop in the bucket. Dude, they profited. I think they got made a little bit less the year before or something like that. But it was like basically, I can't remember if it was $4 or $6 billion profit. That's after you pay your taxes. That's after you pay your fee, your wages. That's after you pay the production costs. Like, that's a lot of money, man. And I'm fine with them making a lot of money. But when you're charging me $5 for a CMF, and then I just got a bunch of duplicates because I might not be able to feel them like that as good as some other people. Like, and then I see you profited $6 billion. Like, yeah, dude. Sorry, it's kind of rubbing me the wrong way.
Happy birthday, Legion.
Happy birthday!
Birthday.
I've been looking at just
hi, Stormy.
Ninjago waves for
The what
every
waves?
year. Just the Ninjago waves of every year to see how at least the price per piece is.
Right.
And there was a turning point with the Ninjago movie. I definitely saw that as I glanced through.
Well,
those sets were majority of those were priced very well, and then I just kind of see like it's not even that big of a dip in the price per piece. It just got slightly better after.
And I'm all down for paying for a better product, but again, it's a matter of how much you're trying to charge me for it, you know.
Yeah.
And see, look, Lego is just like any other corporation, where they have to keep making better quarterly profits. Like, I've mentioned this plenty of times. They definitely don't want to go back down, but they don't want to stay stagnant either. They need, a rise in profits, man. So you constantly have to think of ways to do that. And it's not just Lego. Like, I see this definitely in my industry that I work in. I talk about how, like, appliances, okay? I've been doing this now for about 20 years. And like different things that were parts of appliances and stuff like that, like the panels that the knobs are on and all that, they used to be made out of metal. And now they're made out of plastic. Not just because of maybe it's cheaper to make them out of plastic, but also the tabs inside the plastic, those panels, they break all the time because they're made out of plastic. So when they break, we have to buy a new one. And it's $114, man. Not with the knobs, just the piece of plastic that we screw on to the appliance. Just that is $114. Now, it might actually be more now. But so, like, blinds used to be made out of metal. Now they're made out of, like, vinyl type plastic. You know what I mean? Because they break easier. Yeah. Stuff that breaks easier means you got to buy it. You know what I mean? When we used to buy garbage disposals, they used to come with, like, an Allen wrench. So that way, if it's jammed up, you could put the Allen wrench in the bottom of the garbage disposal, and then you can crank it. You can turn it to try and break it loose. They don't do that anymore. They sell those separately. So Lego has been doing the same thing. I would actually love to know. I'd have to do the math or research it, but I would love to know what the percentage rate is of their cost, how much their cost has gone up in just say 20 years. And there are different factors for this.
I wonder if we could get a whole bunch of Lego community people. Now this is a long shot, but if we could all go on strike at the same time. Just watch.
I can't give up Ninjago. But I'll go on strike from the other teams.
Look, and look, this is even like the bigger reason for why we can't change even policies in America. Because look at our political system, how split it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an independent. I think both Democrats and Republicans are both full of crap most of the time. You know what I mean? They just both are full of crap about different things. But neither one of them are really doing solid changes for stuff. You know what I mean? And when we do get somebody that tries to talk about changing these things or whatever, we shoot them down. You know what I mean? So basically, like pretty much half the country is on this side and the other half the country is on this side. And it's like, people can't seem to understand that it's so, dude, to label yourself in one little box is so ridiculous. You know what I mean? That I can't even comprehend it. You know what I mean? But so many people are like that. So things don't change. You know what I mean? And that's how it is with Lego. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if we all just said, okay, we're not buying Lego for even a month. Do you know how much money Lego would lose?
Yeah, but that's
nobody's going to do that.
Will just said the same thing and referenced the brick sketches. Yeah, those brick sketches were just...
Yeah.
No one wanted them.
Nobody wanted them.
Yeah, no bueno. I mean, so like, yeah, and that's what I don't know, dude. They make me so mad, and I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep it up before I lose my crap about it. Because I mean, I'm obviously just as addicted to Lego as many other people, but you know, I mean, I could see myself just saying, you know what, screw this. I think I'm just gonna start collecting more Pops, Black Series figures and stuff. Just start selling some of these Lego. Because I don't know, man. Again, I love Lego. I think it's one of the best toys I've ever owned in my life. I think they do a lot of good. It's a lot of fun. It's creative. There's so many good things about Lego. But this, I am so good my shit don't stink attitude that Lego seems to be having is just really getting to me, man. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't want to be like that. But it's just clear to me that I don't know, man. Because you know, it is a private organization and it's a capitalistic thing. So if none of us like it, if I don't like Lego, I can stop buying it. But I don't want to do that. I love Lego. Brick sketches just weren't good value. I like the designer, but that wasn't his best work. Yeah. Same thing with the mosaics.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why that thing costs $120? I mean, it's like a few, brackets and and thousands of studs.
Yeah. It seemed interesting to me at first, but then I was just kind of like, I can buy other things.
Yeah, I mean, if you look,
I like them a lot. I mean, I bought one. I'd love to have more. But I can't spend $800 to get all three of the pictures and then the one big one, you know?
Yeah, but I sort of think of it too as is what am I getting out for it? Sort of because my parents drilled it in me that if you're gonna buy something expensive, like something for like a kid, it's for a temporary happiness that you really gotta get your use and the use out of it that you're gonna get out of it. And I just think Lego bringing in the whole art theme is just give us money because you're not getting anything out except for dusting and pain. Because I mean, what are you really getting out of it? Ooh, it's a display. Yeah, but I could also have an easier display of like a picture that I painted. I mean,
Well, and
that
that's
costs nothing.
and that's the thing.
So,
You know, it's like I do hear what you're saying. I think that, like, again, like with any of the Lego sets or any product, it's like I think it's a great picture environment. You know what I mean? So I think it's a nice picture to hang on the wall. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is it something? Are you getting something out of it? You know, it's like, and then they do stuff like the roads.
Yeah.
You know, now I started building a city, you know, a couple years maybe after I got on my Dark Ages or whatever I started or whatever. But, you know, I have invested hundreds and hundreds, like multiple $100s on base plates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you're going to switch it all up and make something completely different. I mean, I'm not talking about upgrading. I'm not saying, you know, you can't upgrade some of the road base plates or whatever. You know what I mean? I personally don't think anything needs to be changed. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, there's a lot of things Lego don't fix because it's not broke. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're going to completely change the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
To where that if I want to do this, I have to spend even more money to modify all this stuff. But then you're even going to make these road plates and stuff even more expensive than like a base plate would be. You know what I mean? So it's like you're even screwing the people that are dedicated to you. You know what I mean? Like, and
then Lego has Bricklink, so they get you for when you order extra parts to make those plates.
Now,
how you like them.
But again, and if you like new road plates, like I hate them. I still think they suck, but I would like to do what like Shy did, but dude, I'm trying to think of the cost of what that would cost me. You know what I mean? And I don't even have like a city like Jang or Brixie or Alex Nunes or any of those guys, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't even have a city that big. But just to make the roads for my city, I mean, dude, it costs at least a few $100s.
Yeah.
So am I spending a few $100s on trying to convert my roads in my city? Or am I spending it on stuff that I, you know, enjoy getting, you know, like whether it's new Star Wars stuff or the UCS gunship or, you know.
Yeah. You know, I'm not entirely sure about these roads, and I'm not a city builder, so I have different opinions than some other people. But since I'm not going to have a city for a good, at least probably 7 years, I'm just going to wait until Lego introduces the next road system. Because I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
Yeah, and I always feel like they don't care about, oh, we're going to change it up, but we don't care about you AFOs that, you know, mainly are buying our stuff because we care it's just the kids, you know, because it's for kids. It's a toy. So, and you guys just happen to like the toys. So, I don't know.
No,
Bye, Joe.
hear you. Bye, Joe. Thanks for hanging out with us.
But yeah.
Oh, all bricks count. I'm always going to be upset about the road-based plates, man. Like, that's not going to stop. Even when I see people make really awesome videos on how you can do it. Like I said, I saw the first one was bricking it. I was liking what he was doing. The second one was Emosaurus. I was like, yeah, man, that's even better. I like that. And then I saw Shy's video, and that was the best one yet. But again, you can't just for me to utilize these things, even if I go the easiest route to do it, it's still going to cost a lot of money. And then what am I doing with my road base plates?
Yeah, like, exactly.
I could probably maybe mix them or whatever, but am I converting all my roads? Am I trying to mix them? Because trying to mix those two roads are not going to be easy.
It's just like for people who have the old style, it's completely pointless.
But here's the thing: is even if you don't have the old style and you're starting a new city, you're still going to spend a buttload more money than you would if you just bought base plates. Now, so the next whole thing about that, and look, here's the other reason why it's making me mad. is because it does seem like, and I don't know if it's official or not, but it does seem like they're going to retire their road base plates. They're going to force you to get the new stuff if you know. And that's what really makes me mad. Just like I was extremely upset about this whole them stopping the tan base plate thing. Like, you stop selling tan plates, the tan base plates, and then a year or so later, you put out the cantina, you put out all this Star Wars stuff like Luke's land speeder, Obi-Wan's hut. You know what I mean? Like all these things you would have tan base plates for if you wanted to make a mock or put them in a city or even on a display. I mean,
Yeah.
And not only did you guys take away the tan base plates, but then you gave us like all these white ones. Which, yeah, it's great if you want to make a Winter Wonderland, but like,
Yeah. I mean, if I were to do a city, what I'd do with the road base plates, the other advantage of those road base plates is that they're just thinner. They don't have that extra stuff. So for people who want to include more buildings, it is helpful. So if I were to do that, I'd just get a bunch of these 16 by 32s, all these little base plates here, and just put the road base plates on top, maybe add a plate layer underneath, and then do the mill system for just the regular buildings.
Now,
that wouldn't be that bad.
Right. Now, the one thing about, like, if I decided to get to these new base plate or the new roads and stuff like that is, look, eventually, and it's not going to happen until we get the new house, but eventually I'm going to put, like, all the buildings on mills plates. You know, I've thought about doing that for a long time because eventually, I mean, I think it would look better to make curbs. I eventually am going to run electric through the city and everything, so having mills plates makes that easier. So, I mean, new road plates would work eventually for what I'm going to do. But again, A, that's not the point because not everybody can do that. And B, I can still use my road base plates. Like, I don't need the new roads for that. So, I mean, you know, it's everybody that wants to buy them from their city and all that, man. Like, more power to them. And again, I may do something like similar to that. I don't know. I definitely would. I'm going to use them to make a bridge, but I don't know. You know, like I said, more power to them. Don't get going on the roads stocked up because tan base plates, new roads too small, too thick, and I have to switch my roads out. Would be 20. Yeah, exactly, Macro, exactly. And I mean, and when I say modifying them, I'm talking about modifying them so you can have sidewalks, modifying them so you can make them wider to allow bigger cars to come on them. You know, modifying them so you got the height. You know what I mean? Like, there's just. And then that's not even including modifications for like everything else. And because me personally, man, I need curbs in my city. I've heard some people like say, like, I've heard other people, like, I have a few videos here and there and they're like, yeah, people whining about the base. Dude, people that say that act like they never ever complain about anything. Like, I just don't get when people are like, oh, you're whining about that. No, dude, I'm complaining about it because it has a legitimate reason to be complained about. If you like your roads at the same height as your curves, man, more power to you. Me, I need a curve.
Yeah.
We don't live on a flat Earth, people. It's around. It's around.
Yeah.
Come on, Lego, figure it out.
If I ended up doing,
what's that?
If I ended up doing like what I suggested earlier, where I do the roads, just plop them on a base plate and then do mills for the buildings, mills would have another brick and plate thickness. So yeah, my curbs would be higher, my sidewalks would be higher. Suppose that would work. Yeah, but I shouldn't concern myself with this because I'm not making a city anytime soon anyway.
But no, Macro Bricks, you have a good point. A while ago you said that I had a good point for the art or whatever, but yeah, I mean, when I buy a big Lego set, it's just like, okay, I'm not going to eat for a month. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just fast for a month. I mean, that's okay. But that's the core that's the poor college student life. I mean, I wish they could do like a survival on college kids because that really would be interesting.
I feel like just college in general is why so many people go into their dark ages with Lego, because it's just so expensive and you already have so little money as it is.
True.
Yeah.
True. And then your parents yell at you when you buy a set or it comes in and they're like, "What the blazes did you do?" I'm like, "Look, it was early. I wasn't thinking."
Well, and you know, and again, when I say this, I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, because I'm not trying to rip on anybody, but it is an observation. So, oh wait, hold on a second. Tree enthusiast is back.
Okay, here to yell at you guys again. College sucks. I've never been there. You
How would
guys
you know it
suck.
sucks then?
Shut up, Jay. I'm actually here to tell you to shut up, Jay, and that's all I have to say. Have fun, guys.
Fab, your opinion is wrong.
Shut up, Jim Blade.
I think it's so funny that
And
you're telling Jay to. He was telling Jay to shut up, but usually he's telling Jay that he needs to talk more.
BFAB can't make up his mind.
He's so indecisive.
It's like when I don't talk, he's like, talk more, and then when I do talk,
he's like, shut up, Jay.
Yeah.
We're just kidding, BFAB. We love you. But I will say this: the observation I was getting ready to mention. Look, there's a lot of times I look at a lot of people out there, and I'm like, how in the world are they affording Lego? You know what I mean? But then it occurs to me that there's a lot of them, and I'm not even talking about TFLs. This is not a TFL thing, because look, if you're under 18, you should be at home with your parents. You know, your parents should definitely keep you at home. But if you're above 18,
I'm over 18 and I want to be with my parents. I want them to make.
Well, no, and look, and whether when I say this, I want everybody to understand it's not a judgment.
Yeah.
Thing. It's just an observation, because sometimes, again, I'm like, how can you afford Lego? Because, like, again, when I was in my early 20s, there's no way I would have been able to afford Lego. Like, I just couldn't, like, you know, maybe some here and there. But yes, if you don't have certain bills, it's easier to afford Lego. And again, I'm not judging. I'm not even trying to say anything about it, like, in any kind of certain way, because, look, I've told Mrs. Hive a billion times, honey, if you make enough money and you want to, like, just give me some allowance or something, I was like, I will stay home. I will be a stay-at-home husband. I will definitely do it.
The house.
Why would I turn that down? You know what I mean? But yeah, so
yeah, I think
why, and I'm not even talking about like somebody buying like a few Lego. I'm talking about like okay, I remember one time I was talking about Rich Boy J, because there's a couple of them that seem like they were either in college maybe or something, but pretty young, and I'm like, dude, that's gotta be outrageously expensive, man, to like not just buy some of the sets order, but to make these insanely huge mocks that you guys make. But then I find out, like, yeah, he's probably, you know, I think he's living with his mom or something. I mean, I'm not sure, but you know, I think somebody told me that once. And again, I don't care. It's just, I always wonder, like, how I wonder all the time how anybody can afford Lego. Like, wow, what kind of job do you have? Even people that aren't like at home with no bills, like, I'm like, wow, like, how do you pull that off? Because I want to know.
Yeah, like, it's interesting. I'm gonna be keen to see how. I mean, I guess because it's a good thing Ryan is in the land. But if he wasn't in the land, what would he do? Because he's buying a house, and Florida houses are not very cheap.
Ryan isn't on the same caliber as a lot of the ones I'm talking about, because Ryan makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Again, Ryan's not rich. Like, he's not no millionaire. You know, actually, I don't know what Ryan is exactly, but I'm pretty sure he's not a millionaire by any means. But he makes enough money to where he can buy the Lego he buys and still have enough money to afford his mortgage or whatever. You know what I mean? And plus, the thing about Ryan also is, and since I've gotten to know him more and more, you know, over time, Ryan's not dumb.
No,
like, Ryan's a really intelligent guy, and there's no doubt in my mind, just from some of the stuff I've heard him talk about and some of the stuff I've observed, you know, online or even like out of everybody else's view, is he really thinks about what he does. Like he doesn't just. Well, I'm not saying just jump into anything, but he's not going to jump into like a house like without making sure like things line up. Like with his income, can he do this? He probably thinks of it like chess, where he's like, okay, if I have this mortgage, like, and these bills, I'll be able to buy this amount of Lego, or whatever the case may be. But
yeah,
that's something that Ryan definitely seems very savvy about.
Yeah, and I guess it helps though too that he's in the land, because if he gets a set that he reviews and he doesn't want it, he can easily sell it. So
yeah, I think that I'm sure that helps if he gets free sets like it would anybody. You know what I mean? I know that from what he's talked about, either he hasn't or barely spent any at all of his land money, because they get like it's like, I don't want to say Monopoly money, but it's Lego money. They get a certain amount of like a per diem, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. Oh, hold on. I think somebody's going to tell us. Hold on a second.
Incorrect statement. You are not allowed to sell land sets. You can get kicked out of the land if you sell land sets. You can't do it. So no, if he doesn't like us, then he has to keep it. If he gets caught, he will be terminated from the land. Thank you guys and have a great day.
Thanks, BFAB. I gotta say, it is really helpful. Every once in a while, BFAB just jumping in. And,
I mean, and Ryan's he's trying to collect every set now. Every Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Yeah,
he's
at this
close.
point. And I mean, he gets these sets from the land, and that gives him reviews, that gives him comparisons, and collection videos.
I think he's going to need to build like a bat cave or something with his new house or something like that. That's why he can't find a good house, because he can't figure out where to put his Lego sets he has, plus the surplus he needs to have in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine when he gets a place, it's gonna be. I could imagine how much fun it would be to be at Ryan's place, man. If you're into Lego.
I also feel like there's gonna be like no little to no furniture. It's just gonna be Lego sets everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think a lot of people will be surprised. I mean, obviously, there's gonna be Lego everywhere, but I think that he's still gonna have it as professional looking as possible. Like, I think it's gonna be like a nice ass house, and
instead of a bed,
I think that he'll have rooms. Like, he'll probably have a room like he does now, and then he'll probably eventually start a city. You know what I mean? Put tables in a room for a city. But I think around the rest of the house, I think it'd be really nice. He'll have Lego, maybe some of his decoration and stuff like that. But I don't know. Just knowing Ryan, I think that he would want to have a nice pad for guests, or if he starts in a relationship, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like me. It might be different.
He needs like his Lego bat cave or whatever, so he can like dial turn like the US UCS Millennium Falcon into a giant key and turn it a certain way and have a giant
like the Batman statue.
Yeah.
With the little
It's gonna happen. I can totally see that happening.
Yeah.
Also, welcome back, Joe. Joe is back.
Oh, welcome back, Joe. And welcome back, Brick Studio.
Oh, BFAB.
I think Hey.
BFAB,
you guys mentioned.
I'm back.
I mean,
not have that.
And Ryan is a good example too of, kind of like what I was talking about with space earlier. Because now, granted, he's got his parents' garage to help him out with, but even then, dude, you look at his room, and you think of all the Lego he buys, dude. Like,
I know,
how does he even do it? Because I've thought about that before. Because, like, okay, yeah, I get it. You got stuff in the closet. Yeah, I get it. You got stuff in the garage. But I'm like, it just seems like even that doesn't really do enough.
Yeah, but when he does like room tours, I'm really impressed at how well and organized everything is. It's just amazing. It's just like, Wow, I didn't
Yeah.
think that there was that much underneath the bed or in the closet. Like, I didn't know you only own like 10 shorts and the rest for Lego. Like, who knows? Maybe he'll just not even have a bed and just have a hammock or whatever in his new house or something, just to save some space. I don't know.
Tuck. We're almost done.
Yay.
Oh, look at that. That is so cute.
I should find my tuk-tuk, my police tuk-tuk from the Ninjago movie.
I know. I almost bought that years ago because I like tuk-tuks for some reason. I didn't even know I liked tuk-tuks until I saw them. I mean, that's just because I like saying tuk-tuk.
Maybe.
I think that's what it is. This is one of those words that's just nice to say.
Yeah, here it is.
Lego Mike, I need to give up on tech and start on Ryan. No.
Hold on a second here.
Yeah, here it is. Although
I mean,
this is,
financially, maybe, but no.
I mean, couldn't the criminal you catch just jump out?
Yeah, that's not a good barricade, dude.
Yeah.
They really dropped the ball on that one.
I
No,
don't
but
choose a partner
it
on
looks good,
looks
though.
and finance.
Yeah, it does look good.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have personally just used it as a tourist one like this one instead of a police
Yeah.
one. But hey, that's just me.
I mean, if you just leave off the police stickers, then yeah, or change the colors around.
Oh, B-Fab.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing to be proud of, B-Fab.
Yeah.
His stuffed animal is probably Lego Baby Yoda. Makes sense.
Hello, dude, Jude.
Dude Jude, what's happening? How are you today, Dude Jude?
You know, I'm starting to get annoyed with Lego Star Wars because it's so costly. Like, I wanted to collect all the Mando sets, or at least most of them. I was maybe gonna skip the ATST and just buy Cara Dune online, but it's just too much.
Yeah, man.
I think I'm still gonna get the Trouble on Tatooine just because I want to have Mando at least.
That was a good one to get. You know, the Beskar armor, and his speeder bike is really great in that one too.
BFAB, you can't say anything. You can't. You don't. You of all people do not get to tell me to get a job.
Well, you know, to be fair, BFAB, Jay is working towards a job. He's in college.
Doing school, which is on the path towards.
Actually, it's not even a job he's working for. He's working for a career.
Yeah.
Like a sound career, which is more than we can ever say.
What is
hope for you?
You know what? That's a good one. Let's look that up. Hold on a minute. What is the difference between a career and a job? So a career says a path or progress through life or history, a profession or occupation chosen as one's life's work. So look, if you decided that your life work, you wanted to work at McDonald's, that's still a career, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not. I guess one you'd gloat about maybe, but having or following a career is a specific career diplomatic course. Okay, so yeah, it's just basically it's just a job that you say I want that job for the rest of my life. That's my career.
Yeah.
I guess a job can be more defined as like, hey, I'm going to pay you $20 to paint my fence. That's a job.
You'd have to pay me more than $20 to paint anything.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I can't buy Lego with $20. What are you talking about, man?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that plus tax or without tax?
Hey, Osprix, how you doing?
PFAB, maybe that'll be a job that I have, but it's not going to be a career.
Look, Jay's gonna be like, I'm gonna own a McDonald's.
Jay's gonna turn into like the next Bill Gates or something.
What's up, Bricks?
Have you heard of Tiny Recorder on Facebook?
Tiny Recorder.
It's a page that uses minifigures and does different things with them.
Possibly.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's like different ones.
I'm barely on Facebook anymore. Once I started the channel, I really gravitated towards Instagram.
Yeah, me too.
Because I used to post something every single morning on Facebook, like whether it was something kind of maybe inspirational or something funny or something just demented. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds cool too.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Okay.
Who wants to paint me for $20?
No one, not even
No
Picasso would want to come out of his grave.
BFAB, usually it's the other way around. You pay somebody to paint you.
Maybe JoJo
He doesn't have any
Siwa.
money to pay anybody.
Maybe JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, I was gonna do
all the time.
I was gonna airbrush boobies down in Key West for a while. But you know,
Not happening, BFAB.
my buddies make a fortune airbrushing during like Fantasy Fest and Mardi Gras. They make thousands of dollars in just a couple nights. And they paint boobies most of the time. Boobage. What's up, Brickless? How you doing?
Brickless.
The problem with robbing me, BFAB, is the fact you'd have to run pretty quick. And I don't think you can run that quick. So
Yeah.
Not with those tight pants on. You need some like jogging pants, BFAB.
I don't think even jogging pants would stay up. I mean, you'd need a belt for his jogging pants.
Well, you know, and I tell
Maybe
BFAB, he's so hard on himself, man. And I'm like,
know.
BFAB, you need to stop being so hard on yourself. You know, you're a good-looking dude. You got the singing voice of an angel.
Gosh,
Like-
don't sugarcoat stuff. Don't do this.
No, I like to tell people like it is, you know?
That's not no.
Everybody's like, man, why are you kissing BFAB's butt? I'm not kissing anybody's butt. I'm just telling them like it is. I'll tell good things about all you guys.
Macro Bricks, I got it right here. Favorite
There you
set.
Bang, bang.
This thing is beautiful.
It sure is, man.
Pretty sweet.
I like looking at it. I can't wait till it gets here and I can build it and not
Well,
be able to put it anywhere.
It's
Yeah.
easy to make me laugh. So if your goal is to make me laugh, that's a pretty crappy goal because I laugh at myself every day. So
Sir Bricklot says, what are we talking about now, gents and ladies? I don't know, man. What do you want to talk about?
hello, Brickless.
We can talk about whatever you want. Well, that's not true. We're not gonna talk about whatever you want, but we can talk about a lot of stuff.
Oh, we can talk whatever we want.
Macro says if you're gonna rob someone with money, they got money for a reason. You might get shot.
I love this section. I need to expand
That
it.
is so pretty, Jay.
Yeah,
I know, man.
it just gets lost in the rest of the city because you just put it on the side and it feels out of place.
Yeah.
Jay, I feel like if I came to your house or whatever, you would have Ninjago everywhere, and you would also
Yeah.
have like Thai music or something very like serene and like.
That's a good idea, actually.
Did you see Jay? Did you see Brickfellow's question?
I think about 12 hours. I
It's
spent
about 6,000
because
pieces,
I,
ain't it?
Yeah, I spent most of Thursday. I spent from like 12:30 to about 10:15 building the main building.
Mm-hmm.
I only took like a break for dinner and bathroom break. But and then I built the little garden section on Greg's stream yesterday, 2 days ago. And that was about an hour, so like 11, 12 hours.
Right.
I actually built it faster than I would have thought I would. So it's great though. It is a wonderful set.
I'm surprised no Brits are here. No British people. I know they're awake.
Well, Greg was here a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I missed
Yeah.
them. Darn it.
He said he was lurking in the background.
Yeah, but this set is just there's so many good things about this set.
There
can't-
is. I was even looking to almost buy it. It
Yeah,
almost
I
got
mean-
me to buy it. I was oof.
It's wonderful. And I want to expand the garden section eventually to
Yeah.
make it seem more in place. And
That would
then
be pretty cool.
yeah, and then I don't know if I want to buy the old modulars. I think that'd just be too costly, honestly. But I might make my own custom one instead.
That'd be
That
pretty
might be
cool.
that might be a better option. Then I've also thought about putting the Temple Verjitsu on a base plate and kind of making it in that little style.
Right.
That wouldn't cost too much except for the water tiles. The water tiles are going to be so expensive. But oh well. If I can get everything else out of my collection, then it shouldn't be too bad.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna look and see how many water tiles were in this set. I just wanted to look at that and see. The piece count at the end of this manual is just massive. 328.
Oh wow.
Dang.
There are a lot.
The only thing that I didn't like was like the octagonic tower or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
on top.
The tower's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but I feel like it's supposed to be more like ancient Japan, and that's more modern Japan that this sort of stuff in there.
Kind of like the lower level is more ancient and more old timey, and then as you get to the upper sections, that's when it gets more now kind of buildings and futuristic kind of buildings. And there's a lot in that tower to be fair. There's several different rooms.
Yeah, when the docks came out, I was so tempted to buy that because I love the waterways in that.
Yes, I want to get the docks. I want the docks more than the city, to be honest, because I just think it's better.
Well, I might be able to get it after I, sell a couple of my saddles. I might actually, if I sell a couple of my saddles, I'm thinking of selling a lot of my expensive horse stuff soon. After I move and get saddled and whatnot, I'm gonna sell a lot of the stuff I don't use or need anymore. So that's like a couple $100 right there. So I'm just gonna go full out, just buy a whole freaking huge like $1,000 of Lego or something. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. I might try and part together the docks. I feel like that might be a cheaper option because I don't need it sealed.
Yeah, like
I don't
get things sealed. I don't care.
Yeah, because I'm gonna build it anyway. As long as it's in a decent condition,
as long as
nothing's
all the
too broken.
Yeah,
complete decent condition. It's fine to get it used.
Actually, BFAB, that wouldn't make any sense to sell my horse to Europe because technically I would have to pay for shipping, and shipping just even a thing of lipstick was like $150. So shipping about a 1,500-pound horse is a lot of money. So dead or alive. So technically, if we're technically speaking. But no, he's.
But the docks I feel like would go pretty well. I might I've thought about putting the docks just on a 48 by 48, so then I can extend just the water section, maybe extend the gardens a little bit in that direction.
Yeah, that would work.
Might be a good idea.
I really got into I just finished my first sort of part of my house that I used to live in, my family house. I used to live in Green Bay. I just I sort of did like the bird's eye view sort of layout or whatnot, all from memory. And I just finished getting the different types of stairs and whatnot. And it's really, for me, it's not the fact that getting all the shapes and stuff and the bricks in the right spot. It's how to scale I want it, like how big a room I want it to be towards a minifigure, and how big I want the overall house to really be. So it's more like I don't want to have have ginormous stairs and then have an itty bitty house. But I think it's coming along really well, and I'm so stinking happy. Even though I should have been doing my homework, but I got inspired yesterday, so.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna look really cool. I'm so excited.
Hey, what's up, Matt?
Matt.
But yeah, if I look at my sort of wish list on all the sets I sort of want, I only want like what 35, 40 sets, which is a lot less than when at first I want like 100 sets. But I narrowed it down to what I really want to versus what I could live without.
Yeah.
But once I sell that saddle like for $5,000, I probably can get all those sets in one sweep, and it's going to be awesome.
Matt. Yes, this is a forearm cam. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was building something. I don't know if you just showed up or not. But yeah, I built a tuk-tuk, so this was my build cam. But now I'm done. So now, yeah, it's a forearm cam. 15 right now. I'm currently editing. Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about like the March sets for Ninjago. Just because I want to try and save as much money as possible. I'm probably just going to get 2 of them.
Right.
I'm unsure about the Keeper's Village, but I feel like the figs in that set are going to end up costing so much it's cheaper for me to just buy the whole set and then get the parts out of it if I ever decide to take it apart.
Yeah.
Because it's got the Chief, it's got 3 of the Ninja that I need. So then Lloyd's bike as well. That one's pretty nice.
I remember watching a little bit of Ninjago or whatever a couple of seasons, and I just thought the best sort of line was when Gormagon was like, "Your name is Lloyd," and it's like, "No, it's Lloyd," and it's like, "No, 2 L's. I know this because I named you." It's like,
Yeah.
My plan sometime this year is to get the extreme stunts sets.
Extreme what?
Cool.
They're called extreme stunts. Here,
Wasn't that?
Oh, wait. Oh, here we go.
Line in 2006.
Wasn't that? Hold on. I need to look at Brick Set because I think that's one of the theme sets under the vote. I thought it was. I thought I saw that. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, apparently I'm wrong. Brick Set. One of the comments was on that little article. Evidently, Lego could not handle the inevitable victories of Clickets, Galador, or Snap, so they omitted them from the poll options.
They have a total of 210 sets.
Oh, nice.
I feel so like beginner every time people say, "How many sets you have?" And I'm like, I got like maybe 10, 15. And everyone's like, "Oh, wow." And it's like, I know, but I'm a college kid that owns a horse, which is thousands and thousands of dollars. That's where I'm putting most of my money.
With not having a lot of sets. You like
Yeah.
I
ones that
know,
you do
but I
have.
always feel so like, I know, I really should.
Now I feel bad because I have like 500 plus sets.
I mean, if you think about it, I probably could have more sets if I didn't have a horse for as long as I had. Take 8 years times 1,000 a month, do math, and figure it out yourself.
Have you already put them in brick set titanium, Jay?
Yeah, they're in brick set. They're all of them. The amount of 100% that are in the Ninjago sub themes is alarming, to say the least.
Yeah.
There's about 9 or 10 of those. But part of the reason I have so many sets is that, when I was younger, I was like, oh, I gotta collect them all.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then now that I'm older, I'm like, I don't really need to do that.
Yeah, and that's interesting you say that, Jay, because when I was a kid, I remember getting the Lego magazines. Oh my god, I'm gonna date myself. But getting the Lego magazines and literally taking a pen and circling it like 15,000 times the ones I wanted, and the whole thing would be all circled up and
Yeah.
whatnot. And I'm like, I want this one, Mom, and that one, and that one. And so my Christmas and birthday list would just be like the long continued list.
Right.
Yeah.
And they never really would ever get me any Lego set at all. The only ones they gave me was the 3-in-1 Creator Beach House from 2009, that yellow thing, and then the Krusty Krab one.
Yeah.
That like threw the Krabby Patties or whatever. And that's it. And it sucks because every time I try to go and try to rebuild that Krusty Krab, the instructions the bricks are so dark, you can't tell if it's dark brown, light brown, or black. You can't tell
Wow.
where the studs are. So
Right.
you can't tell very well. And I don't have instructions. When I was a kid, you build it and then you throw out instructions, and then you unbuild it and you're screwed. So so it's like, okay, well, I can kind of build this, but kind of not, because I don't know if it's the right colors. Or whatnot, because the instructions are just so bad.
Yeah.
And I wish they could have just were easier to just look at,
Right.
Yeah. See you, Brick Fella.
Bye, Brick Fella.
Whatever,
So
so-
yeah, I got a notification about my stop motion.
Yeah.
Apparently the news chime, like the music that I use for the breaking news thing or whatever, I got it off of my editing program, like different audio stuff that you can get. Anyways, but apparently I guess it's close enough to something that somebody's saying is copyrighted.
But,
Yeah, so I had to cut out my news music and just put something else in there because I don't have enough time to go through and try and find something that matches up really good. So I don't know. It's not horrible or anything, but it definitely kind of messed up the first few seconds of the video. It's just odd because it's a news chime, It's not like a song or anything.
Yeah.
What's Matt saying? How many Mr. Goals does that include? Oh.
Yeah, so I used to be like a collect them all sort of person. That's why I have 78% of all Ninjago sets that are out there.
Right.
And I figured out that that's not really a good idea. And that I don't need to. I'm kind of doing it still with the legacy sets. But that's for a different reason. That's more because I like legacy. And it really just works for. I'm in the target audience for legacy. A lot of nostalgia for that. But as the new sets, it just, I don't know. I only got 3 of the season 13 sets, just to save money. Oh, did we lose Hive?
maybe.
Yeah, he's just frozen. And
He's
we lost his other camera.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, it's our stream
Stream
now.
takeover.
Ooh.
Quite the takeover here.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. And there he goes. And he's back.
And he's back.
Yeah, having some technical difficulties. I think I finally might have started pushing my laptop to its limits. I got a lot of stuff that I downloaded in this laptop for this. So I think I need to start going through it and getting some of it out. Oh, thank you, BFAB.
Yeah.
I do my best. I like to make sure I look good when the computer freezes me.
How much can I bench? What do you mean, how much can I bench? Well, when I was fit, I could bench like maybe not even that much.
So Hive, I have a question.
Yeah.
Probably 100.
When you get this Ninjago Gardens and you get that golden woo, are you gonna get the other golden figs that come in the legacy sets?
No.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, you know, if I had the money, I would, but it's something I'm going to hunt down, you know.
Well, you've got Lloyd too as well.
I do.
The Tournament of Elements. I mean, two. Only 3 more are currently out right now.
Yeah, but you know,
the Titan mech it's a pretty good set.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's just there's too many other things on my list to get.
I mean, they're all pretty good, but
dude, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
If any one of those 2 golden figures are gonna go for any amount of money, I'll probably sell them. Yeah, it's nothing personal. You know, there's a couple Star Wars figs I've been thinking about selling too if they jump up in price at all.
Yeah, I've thought about selling some of my well, I've got my sequel trilogy stuff that I want to sell. That Millennium Falcon and a bunch of those figs. Just because I don't want them anymore.
I
mean,
no, I hear you, man.
Matt, you're not wrong. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. So we'll say hi. I'm looking like an owl with that dead stare. Yeah, I use that dead stare on my employees at work. They start messing up. He's frozen again. Oh.
No, it was you froze for like a second, but then you came back.
Like, Macro, I appreciate that, but I just don't have enough time. Like, it's literally gonna be premiering in like 30 minutes. Because I mean, I could go back in and then find another one. Actually, I think I have several like news intros. That's what I was just saying. Like, I think I pushed my laptop to its limits now because like okay, just the news intro part. Well, I downloaded like 7 different intros. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To try and pick which one I want, and I do that with a lot of different stuff. Like for like the noises for the speeder bikes, I downloaded several different noises. Now there's 2 that you hear more than anything, but there is a couple other ones, not just with speeder bikes. Like I downloaded a couple of the land speeder noises and stuff like that. Even I think maybe even like a ship. Yeah, like there's one scene I use the noise from when they try and put the Millennium Falcon into hyperdrive and it fails. Like there's like that noise where it sounds like something's like winding down. Yeah, like I downloaded that, use that and for one of the bikes.
Does that mean one of the speeder bikes won't start?
Kinda.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man, because it's like I said, I think it's my longest stop motion, but I think it goes by faster than any of them. It doesn't seem as long as it is. It's very odd. Yeah. Wait, what? You manage people, you get to mess with people. Yeah, I mean, I do manage people. I think I have 9 people that work under me. So, yeah, I kind of, get the boss of people around. And a nice fair way. At least as fair as I'm able to be. Being boss is weird because you could be a nice, fair boss, don't get me wrong. But the thing about being in management is you have to be kind of a hard ass about stuff because if you don't, man, people will walk all over you.
Oh, yeah.
They'll just do what they want. You know, and most people are like that, even subconsciously. You know, you don't want to do like more work than you have to do. You know what I mean? So a lot of people try and take shortcuts on stuff or whatever. And that's where I got to come in and, you know, throw the hammer down. Brickhive, you realize YouTube has its own free audio library? Yeah, I use it all the time. All the time. But they're only so good. There's tons and tons of things I've looked for that they do not have. Star Wars, man. Star Wars has a really good audio library. I forgot what it's called. I'd have to like go back and look, but it is one of the best places you can find. Like not only just for like sounds, but like lines. They have all kinds, like pretty much every quote. Like and yeah, the first stop motion, the Misadventures one I did. There's like the scene where my sig fig is like, you know, the robots behind them with a gun and they're like walking through the canyons or whatever. And like my sig fig hears Obi-Wan. I got those quotes from that website.
Oh, by Brick Studio.
By Brick Studio.
And hello, Brickmaster.
He says spoilers, guys. Come on. No, I'm not really spoiling anything. I mean, I'm, you know, like for instance, one of the races is kind of spoiled because in one of my tutorials you can kind of see, you know, what happens. But there's still several other races. I feel like some people might be disappointed in the winner, but I don't really care, obviously. It's my race. It's like, go make your own race for your own winner if that's what you want. Just got Hive's movie notification. Oh, really? I was wondering how that worked out. Because I don't know how notifications work anymore because I don't think they work the way they're supposed to. I think that a lot of people are have notifications turned on for me and they don't even get notifications because I know it happens to me. I got notifications for a lot of you guys, man, and there's a bunch of times I won't even get it. Oh, hey, Doc is here. Hi, Doc.
Hello, Doc.
Hey, is it over?
No.
What? No.
What over?
We're talking about the stream. No, stream ain't over yet. We still got about roughly 10 minutes, roughly. I might shut it down a couple minutes early just to give myself time. And like, that's why I made the premiere at 1:15. Because I was like, I wanted to give everybody, including myself, time to like, go use the restroom or grab some lunch or something real quick. But I might need longer than 15 minutes. But dude, I was so anxious to get this thing out because I've been working on it for so long. Like even like the last thing I had to do, like I had all the editing done. The last thing I had to do is throw all the voice acting in. And I wasn't worried about me because I can just do mine pretty quick, even though I have to admit voicing multiple characters in the same stop motion is definitely difficult. And I'm not good at voices.
Yeah.
Like, so it's really difficult to make stuff not sound like me. And I got a deep voice anyway. So, but so last night, or no, was it last night or the night before? I was asking Mrs. Hive if she was going to be ready, you know, and she's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, we'll do it this weekend, probably. And I was like, oh, so I was like, no. And I told her, I was like, you know, look, I was like, I can get somebody else to do it if you don't want to do it, you know, or if you don't feel like doing it, like by this weekend or something like that. I was like, I got to put it out this weekend. Like, I got to put it out. I was like, it's been too long. And she was like, oh no, we can do it. And I was like, all right, great. And dude, she's only got like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 lines in the whole thing. So it's not like it's a lot.
Yeah.
He says there is a winner. What now? Spoiler alert. Well, I mean, someone got to win, right?
It's a race, yeah.
Because think about it. This is the way I was trying to tell everybody. And I posted the picture on Instagram this morning, but there's six drivers. So you think that's 3, 4, 5. That's 5 races, right? Because you get your 3, and then it comes down to 3. 2 a race, which makes 4, and then the last 2 a race, which makes 5. So yeah, it's 5 races. It is weird not wanting to spoil it for anybody because I'm like, yeah, man. Like I'm the only person besides, well, not even Mrs. Hive. She didn't even finish watching it. So she didn't even know who won. Well, no, one person does know. That's true. One person does know.
Who?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you who knows, and he wouldn't spoil it either.
Well, if he
So-
wouldn't spoil it either, then what's the harm?
I
in
feel
telling
like it
us?
would give something away if I told you who it was.
Is that evil Batman?
Um,
His eyes are red. Oh, he's like a
I just call
robot
him-
Batman.
I just call
That
him
was a-
Robot Batman because I can't remember what.
Yeah, that was that armored Batman with the set with the talons, I think.
Was it? Because I can't remember where the hell I got it from, man. I don't remember
The
which Batman. There's so many of
Court
them.
of Owls members or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh, you're talking. Wait, he's talking
Was
about the Batman. Is that the same?
Yeah, the
one?
Batman. The Batman that was in the same set with the Court of Owls figures.
Because the mysterious ninja racer has a Court of Owls body,
Oh.
but he has a Knights of Ren head.
Oh.
And then the cloth. I can't remember where I got the cloth from. And the swords are different. I basically the mysterious ninja race driver. I basically just combine like 5 different minifigs pieces to make them.
I wonder who that driver is.
Well, it's this same ninja I got kind of floating around, and I can't remember if I showed him in the last Misadventures or not, because he is floating around Hive City right now. He's basically there's a ninja that's following me in Hive City, and then this mysterious ninja is following him. And then, of course, Mando is like following me too, but that's a whole other story. I can't wait for that fight. I think I'm going to just drop a ship on him. Because there's no way my sig fig is going to be able to fight the Mandalorian, dude. You know? Like, I haven't thought that far ahead as far as exactly how that fight's going to go. Because I just don't see my sig fig winning. Hive stream tonight so we can talk about it. Oh, hardest streams on Sony nights are difficult.
Yeah,
It's
WandaVision sucks. I just hated it. I found myself fast forwarding through both episodes, going, who gives a crap?
I will say this. I'm very interested and intrigued to see where it's going to go, because I know those first 2 episodes are not really what it's going to be like, kind of, but yeah, it was kind of difficult to get through.
Yeah, it was like one episode should have done all that crap, and the guy should have crawled up out of the manhole at the end of the first episode. Having it be, it's just kind of like, this is just dumb.
But you know what? Speaking of that
Yeah.
particular scene, when that happened, and when she was like, no, like that, I think was a very pivotal scene, dude. Like what happened? Like the. Sorry, guys, we're kind of talking about some spoilers for WandaVision, but like at the dinner table, when the one scene with the guy happened, and, he's on the floor or whatever, and when she looked at Vision and was like, tell him, like, save him, like that's another pivotal moment, because that breaks away from what it's looking like, what they're trying to make it look like. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, well, just like when what's his name's mom, I can't remember, from that Good Morning Wisconsin show.
Oh yeah.
That whenever I see that lady, I think of that's Fuller's mom or whatever that kid's name was. When she's sitting there going, "Oh," she kept saying the same thing again and again and again and again and again and again, and smiling while he's choking to death. You already knew that there was. You already knew it was in some weird fake reality as it was anyway, when she's using magic powers which she doesn't have, like making things appear and disappear, like Bewitched. It's just like, that's not how her powers work in the show, because in the show she just lift things with her mind and whatnot, whereas in the comic books she could have done stuff like that. She could have made things appear out of nowhere because she could
I feel like
alter
her
probabilities.
I feel like her powers are growing. Because it did seem like in the beginning it was more about telekinesis, but like you said in the comic books, dude, she can manifest stuff, like, and it's got to be because I'm positive. I mean, they're gonna go with like the House of M type storyline, you know what I mean? But I think it's gonna be the reverse, you know, where instead of like she says no more mutants and wipes them all out, I think she brings them all in. But I don't know. I really feel like before she even does that, I think like it's gonna be like a whole deconstruction type thing.
Right, but when
she's
she went
extremely powerful, dude.
Yeah, well, when the whole thing rewinded backward, to me, it wasn't like she rewinded reality backward. She rewinded whatever's going on inside her head,
which could have been
because the Vision is dead. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
They
That's
haven't shown anything, so it's just kind of like, just to me, it seems like she's laying in some chair somewhere with some thing hooked up to her head, and they're trying to make her do something in the real world.
She's obviously in some sort of bubble. Because from the trailers and stuff, you could see Sword, you know, the group Sword and everybody outside trying to get in. And that's like in the episode, you know, like the first episode when they hear the banging outside and when they're in bed and everything. Like that's people on the outside trying to get through their barrier. I don't know how the beekeeper did it. But yeah, there's definitely, and that's what I'm curious to see what this is going to be all about. I know it's going to have to do with Mephisto. But I don't know what's happening. You know, is this all in her head? Is she manifesting all? Because that's how House of M started. Like she manifested children, and then she lost her mind when she realized like it wasn't real, and she like had a mental breakdown and like destroyed everything.
Well, that happened when, you know, Byrne took the Vision apart, and they did all that when they moved to the suburbs the first time, and she thought they had twins for I don't know how long until, you know, that realization came to her and it all came unraveling, you know, and the Vision was, you know, more robotic than he is. So he's kind of like grayish looking, like he was at the end when he pulled the stone out of his head. Because, you know, at the end of the show,
I didn't think about that.
At the end of the show, they're gonna bring the Vision back, you know, one way or the other.
I figure, somehow. I mean, and they can, you know, I mean, they can.
Well, they have to, just because, you know, it's happened in the comics, and you can't have. I feel like you can't have the Vision without the Scarlet Witch. You know, it's kind of like it's kind of lame for them to run around by themselves. Okay, just kind of like.
Family, Matt says seems to be in a Hydra bubble. Okay, so here's the thing. I truly believe the bubble part is more Mephisto. I think Mephisto is doing something with Wanda's mind. You know what I mean? Like, because I think everybody else is like trapped in this bubble, like they're being programmed as well, right? So, but it is very, very interesting to note that one of those commercials, the Strucker watch, like Von Strucker, and then it had the Hydra symbol on the watch. So like there's something, but I think that
has to do with her origin too, because
that's what I was gonna say.
She was raised by the Strucker or whatever,
right.
So and everything else. So anything Hydra, to think that she's inside some Hydra, whatever, it's almost like, you know, because they're trying to also bring in the X-Men at the same time. This could just be Mastermind screwing with her, trying to because they're trying to get her to use her real powers in this fantasy realm to do something in the real world. It seems to me
in the comic books, her power comes from some demon. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not like seeing in the movies and everything. They're making it more where it's definitely like a mutant power type thing. You know what I mean? But in the comics, she might in the comics it might be a mutant thing too. But in the comics, she definitely gets her power from some demon, and it's red. That's why her magic's always red.
Well, in the comic book, she was a mutant at first, and then it was like later on when they decided let's give her global powers. That's when.
So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how it all turns out, because think about this, man. This is playing into like Doctor Strange in the multiverse, because like she's going to be in that movie, and then of course Doctor Strange is now going to be tied into the Spider-Man, you know, and Spider-Man, we know what's going on with that multiverse. So yeah, like I think the MCU is about to literally throw up multiverse all over the place for a little while.
Yeah.
Brickmaster, what's happening? And I saw Nerd Brick. Hey, Nerd Brick.
And they got to
all
kind
right,
of bring everybody. They got to bring everybody back together too. So
right.
For a new Avengers, we got to form the team. We got to see the team. Have an idea. So when they start the new movie, when they come together, it'll be like, oh, that makes perfect sense that they're forming a team with these people.
Yeah.
Can't just be like, let's just throw whoever's left together and we'll call it Avengers 5.
Well, I
can't
think
just
that
do
they're
that.
really going to, and if they're smart, they'll do this. I think they're going to lean more towards like a young Avengers. They have enough of them now that they can do it. Because if they start trying to regurgitate stuff, it's going to really backfire on them. I mean, look, you're going to have Thor hanging out with Guardians. But besides that, look, we don't have none of the original Avengers left now. We don't have Iron Man, Cap. Thor is off in space. Black Widow's dead.
We have Hawkeye. We got Hawkeye.
I thought they were going to do a show for Hawkeye, to be honest with you. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, if I let him shine in an Avengers movie, that would be good.
Yeah, but they got all the kids now that they can do certain things with. And I think also the two kids, Wanda's kids, would probably eventually tie into that as well. But anyways, all right, look, everybody, we gotta shut this down. I got 15 minutes until
the premiere.
The premiere starts, so I want to do a couple things before we get to that. And but thank you for hanging out with all of us today, everybody. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
To everybody in the panel and in the chat. Good times. I thought we talked about some fun stuff today. Actually, Matt, yeah, I did hear something about Chris Evans, but I'm like, look, I don't care about flashbacks. If they want to do an alternate universe type thing, maybe, you know what I mean? But like, it's time to let him go. Like, they need to let him go. Like, they're gonna have a hard time if they keep trying to regurgitate Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. and them, man. It's like it's been over a decade now. Like,
well, they need to let him go just because the paycheck mostly. It's just kind of like, enough. It's bringing up the price of the movies.
Keep them forever. You know what I mean? So like, it's better to just start trying to transition stuff now. And now with this multi-universe thing and like the younger ones that are coming up, the kids, like they can do it, But all right. Anyways, all right. Yeah, big race. 15 minutes. Like I said, everybody, place your bets, and I'll see you guys there. So.
See ya.
All right. Bye,
everybody.